Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Rooms and Reptiles, Dungeons and Dragons. Dova, if you would take it.
Sure. Ray's just having someone. Not yeah. There's a car accident outside his house.
Nope, I think that's just someone's honking that everyone else wants to honk along with them, and then I want to beat the hell out of whoever that is.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like you do.
So, last time on Rooms and Reptiles, Phase 1 of the murder plan, and this recap comes to us from Raku, of course. Phase 1 of the
Nope.
murder plan.
That's
Oh
not
no, it
correct.
doesn't. It comes from Infel. I read the names wrong.
Oof.
Or is Raku
No.
impersonating Infel?
Ooh,
Yes,
that's an excellent question.
I tend to mix those words up as well, Dova.
Not yet, I think I have 2 more levels before then.
You shush. Phase 1 of the murder plan went off without a problem, so we moved on to Phase 2. And we made the town quite believing that it was an old boogeyman who killed him. It got us our airship in the workshop and repaired. I worked at the hospital afterwards and ended up killing a fey parasite inside a man. Even got them to tutor me, but with such a short amount of time, I only got bits and pieces. As we were boarding our now repaired ship, an inquisitor came to inspect us. I spoke with him. He seemed to look around our ship briefly and then left. Thankfully. We're clear. We're now flying to Chult, and I asked Eric's to show me what he knows of the medical field, but Kobold summoned a cadaver of a kobold to practice on. Interesting. Anyways, this session will pick up where we left off last session, 2 weeks ago, that is. They had just finished getting their airship repaired and were on their way to Chult, wherein the Kobold Mountains lie, the planned site for their new settlement.
It all come down to this.
Indeed. Also of note, some of the members of the party have received information that both... Perhaps not both, they wouldn't know that. But you would know that Sully is perhaps somewhere in Chult as well. Somewhere. So, as we continue onwards, you all have been relaxing, doing various small chores and generally trying to pass the time as the airship travels. Much faster than on sea, mind you. It's only taken about a week to travel from Halarach, the city which you repaired your airship in, to arrive on the eastern coast of Chult. And I'll bring up the map right now. To across the Shining Sea and the group of small islands sort of scattered in between. That green mark is where you are right now. Alright. So, far beneath you, partially obscured beneath a floor of slowly shifting clouds, is a deep green landmass. Thick canopies of almost a jungle cover most of it with incredibly tall, jagged peaks sort of shooting up from the undergrowth off in the horizon. And you know, of course, that the mountains that you left, the Kobold Mountains, but the mountain range, sort of on the east coast, in between there and here. What are you all doing on the ship?
I'm getting Eric to show me what he knows about medicine on this sort of realistic corpse of a kobold.
Oh yes, the training kobold.
The kobold
Yes,
ever.
that one.
So Eric, what would you do to teach him?
I have no idea.
All right. We'll say that you, with a kobold's help, give him maybe some ailments, maybe a few. Maybe
This is what we do for burns. This is what we do for lacerations. This is how
Yes.
we suture.
Yes, something like that. And you show him the natural remedies that you know, things that can be done with herbs, even a few almost physical therapy techniques, and just a little bit of your natural magics. And with that, you sort of gain a little better understanding of maybe the body's natural ability to heal.
Interesting.
Ah, man.
You
Alright.
see, I was expecting you to like break its arm and say, "All right, now here's how we tend to broken bones."
See, right now in my head, I'm thinking Raku would try some way to make a baguette come out of the stomach like a xenomorph.
Fuck.
But
I
I feel
mean,
like
if you want to
that
play
would.
with the corpse, by all means.
I mean, it's not real.
No, it's not. But oof. You know
But
what?
I don't.
Little
I don't.
root
I don't
Oof.
think so because that would need like a stealth and Arcana, maybe even sleight of hand
Fuck.
mix. So I would need to get the baguette in there and then cast like Mage Hand or something to push it out. So
With
no.
some force.
Or, I mean, Cobalt's in control of it.
I don't.
I have a feeling that even more than that, Raku would probably be with Rock, who we would be like sharpening weapons or something to get ready for the jungle.
Alright. Now I believe out of you all, I believe Eric's and possibly Raku are the only ones who would have real experience with wilderness like this. If I remember correctly, that is.
Yeah.
So you start to do a few things that someone who is not familiar with this sort of thing might start to get ready for, such as
That's what I meant,
The
like
ever-present-
sharpening some sort of blade to get through brush.
Machete
basically
like
just a
stuff.
machete,
Yeah.
as well as oiling everything so that it doesn't rust or rot
Yeah,
from
from
the moisture.
humidity.
Maybe taking stock and making
Checking out water skins.
yes, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
As evening begins to fall on the, actually, I didn't get to everyone. Cobalt, what are you doing? Are you just observing the medical work? Training?
I returned. Yeah, I already returned from the Hidden City. I don't know. I guess I'll train my rat golems for a little bit.
All right.
Also, did I get any of those magic exchange things in the mail?
I believe there was one. Oh no, I believe that was actually just an update to their policies.
We've updated the privacy.
We've updated our privacy policies.
God dang it. Crumples up the paper and throws it behind me.
Does he have to check a box that says he accepts the new policy and
The
mail it
cookie?
back?
No, we're not.
Does it come with a cookie he can eat?
That's
Do you accept
that's like
cookies?
what I'd
I do.
expect the paladin to get. Like, we've upgraded our pantheon policies. Like, fuck.
You've chosen to accept cookies.
Exactly.
Why would I not?
This is a weird letter.
Zim gave me cookies. I'm gonna have one.
I wish I had cookies.
They were M&M cookies, and they were good.
I guess I'll work with iStall too, since I probably have a
Alright.
lot of time.
You would notice that she's somewhat restless. That that calm demeanor that's or her normally calm demeanor that's been that surfaced since her resurrection, since she's sort of gone through that little insanity phase, is kind of fading away. Something's eroding at it, but you're not quite sure what, and she doesn't want to tell you.
Hmm.
She's been here before.
Well, is it like with where we're going, or is it just like with her and how she is?
Could you give me an insight check?
Probably not. I'll give it a shot. That's about as well as I thought it would go.
You're unable to tell which is the case.
Mm. Who's wise? I get Eric's. Eric's, you're wise. What's your insight?
A magnanimous dispensation.
Why is everything blue?
Because it's nighttime.
Oh.
Weasels,
Okay.
thank you so much for that donation. You are
Wow,
awesome, man.
$25.
Hell
Oh, jeez.
And since you guys
Yeah,
won't
man.
let me put the audio through through Discord, you missed out on the awesome audio clip.
We never said you couldn't.
Actually, we did a long time ago.
Multiple
Really?
times.
That makes sense because I wouldn't have
I-
wanted it anyway.
I think like donations and subscriptions are good, but not like free ones and other stuff. I don't know. Maybe we can.
I can't
Figure it out
separate
together.
it all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna ask her if is it something to do with Chult or something else.
You guys are in your workshop right now, and she's sort of sitting cross-legged on the floor while
I was just gonna
while
do-
doing your training. And she looks at you and she says, I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
this terrible feeling, this sinking feeling in my gut. Something I've not felt in a long time, and I have no idea why.
Can I look at her through the
Dread.
tuner?
Sorry?
Can I look at her through the tuner? Because I have a theory, but I'm not sure if it's true or not.
Go ahead. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for any like malicious magic that might be coming from like her eyes or something.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you know what I'm getting at.
I believe so. Yes, I think I know exactly what you're looking for. But you would not see that. You would see that the sort of magic in the eyes is under her control as far as you can see. You do see, however, that there's a very thin, almost razor-like string attaching her with something in a different room in the mansion.
Is it like going toward her paintings?
It looks like it's going towards the art room, yes.
I'm gonna do that once every like hour teleport that I get within the mansion.
Okay. You go into the art room?
Yes.
Alright.
Obviously, she might not know exactly where I'm going if she wants to stop me, but even if she did, you know.
I don't think
I'm
she
right
can
there.
stop you.
Yeah.
And you could just, walk.
Well, I could, but then she might like try to stop me.
It doesn't seem that she actually tries to stop you as you blink into the next room. Let me track down this picture again.
Oh, was it the same picture as before?
Yeah. I'll post it again so you don't have to scroll all the way up and yeah.
Okay.
But that almost razor-like string is burrowing into the center of this painting.
Why do I
Almost
always have...
almost into the head of the figure drawn within.
Now, is there any magic coming from this painting at all?
There is actually. Could you give me an Arcana check?
I think my fantasy
certainly
ground's
can.
being weird because I couldn't pull up any of the mods. This map of Faerun is blank to me.
There we go. I'm not failing this one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Reload.
leave fantasy ground and come right back.
Okay. So, now this is something interesting. It's also something that you've never seen before with your own two eyes. You've kind of heard about it in some of the books which you've scrounged up, but it's a magic spell propagated through thought, through ideas. It's sort of an idea that is itself magical in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's been used to covertly spread messages, to prevent depictions of someone who doesn't want to be known. Books containing these blacklisted names will turn up with those names just completely gone, with white spots where the ink used to be.
So it's kind of like a really powerful subconscious anti-scrying spell.
Kind of. Except this one's in reverse. It's sort of... It's that
Redacting spell?
same... Not necessarily. The principle that I'm trying to get across is that any depictions of this thing, any ideas, are sort of...
Muddled?
No. They're enhanced.
Oh, enhanced.
Magic... Any place where there are depictions of this thing, it seems, as opposed to the sort of censorship ones, this one is... It's able to poke magic through it. So that maybe the person depicted, or whoever's controlling this spell, would have maybe magical probes coming through it.
Does it seem like an evil or bad thing? Like you said, there's a really thin strand of magic between them.
Sounds like a question for the paladin.
I don't know if I could sense evil through magic,
Yeah,
but I could try.
I was about to say, I don't think in 5th edition paladins do good and evil stuff. I think it's more of a...
Yeah, they have detect good and evil.
Yeah.
Good and evil is more of a fae thing, but
Yeah.
It
A fey
depends.
demon.
I mean,
aberration
if
kind of
there is
thing.
something evil, I smell it.
Mhm.
Well, I thought that was only like demons and angels and stuff.
No, it just says evil.
And they can also sense desecration and whatever the other one is.
Halloween.
Consecration.
Consecration. That's what it is.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll ask him to see if it seems evil.
And Phil, you still
Huh?
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I
Alright.
interrupt your study session.
Alright. What do you need?
I had to mention door you to the art room.
As you sort of try to get your bearings, dropping one of the scalpels as it's kind of just not in your hand anymore.
Kobold just kind of points at the painting, like he's like, "Is this evil?"
Do I sense anything?
Hmm.
I
It's
put the
a
tuner in
fine
front of his
piece of
face.
art, I suppose. It looks a little off, though.
I put the tuner in front of his face.
You really wouldn't notice anything through the tuner. It's not necessarily demonic from the Fey realm or anything like that. But when you're looking at it, almost a shiver goes down your spine as it almost feels like you're being watched by something maybe malicious. You're not sure.
Aha.
Almost as if it has eyes that are following you around the room.
What would you say if I suggested we burn this?
Dove, I'm gonna cast dispel magic on it. If it's level, I know it's like not really a spell, but if you were to give it a level, then if it was level 3 or lower, then it would be dispelled. Otherwise, I have to roll for it.
Go ahead and roll for it.
I believe I add my spellcasting modifier. Can I just roll from the spell? I cannot. Okay. Well, my modifier, I believe, is +6.
Oh goodness.
Okay, cool. Normally, if the number I roll is higher than the spell's level, then it would be dispelled. But since this is weird, I'll let you decide what happens.
So, as you reach out and with a sharp burst of your arcane energy, you almost as if you're fighting fire with fire, you completely extinguish any sort of magical energies that might be present on this painting. And as you do so, there's this very faint cracking, almost like a scraping, a sizzling noise as the paint that was on the canvas fades away in splotches after a few moments, leaving nothing but a blank white canvas.
What?
I'm gonna grab Infel's arm, and then we dimension door back to the other room.
All right.
And then I say, "Are you feeling any better?"
A kind gesture.
How do I feel?
No, I was talking to Eyestall.
She kind of rolls her shoulders, rubs her forehead a second, and says, "I think so."
I'm
That
sorry.
sort of sinking feeling in the back of my head's gone for now.
Since she's
So
crouched
yeah,
on the ground.
I'd feel better.
Since she's crouched on the ground, I'm gonna give her a hug. Or sitting on the ground.
She kind of unsurely sort of reaches up and gives you a gentle hug back. Her claws kind of digging into your shoulder for a moment.
I mean, most reptilian races have claws anyway, so it's not like it's weird.
That's fair.
And then I don't have any other plans, so I guess I'll just sit there for a while and watch them.
All right. As you continue your training, you wouldn't hear this. As sort of Ayastal, her eyes sort of flick to one side for a moment. And she blinks and she says, "And feelings back again."
I'm gonna just run this time and check on the painting.
All right. Whereas before, there was a portrait of that sort of segmented stone being. It was kind of holding the staff and looking off to one side, almost nobly. However, now that same portrait is returned, but with the head turned outwards, facing you. As you actually walk in, you hear a very quiet sort of almost like a scratching noise as you open the door. It quickly ceases as the last few bits of blank canvas are filled in by the ink.
Maybe you should have left infill in there.
Alright, drastic measures time. I'm gonna take out the tuner.
Alright.
And I'm going to, like, do a good examine it and see if I see any other, like, magic strands going in any other direction.
There's 2.
Watch, this is the final boss and you'll accidentally find a way to kill it.
There's 2 coming from the painting now. One sort of snaking off through the wall, and one, as you watch, it sort of writhes around the room lazily before you feel a strange sort of foreboding sensation as it sort of whips around the room and coils around you for a moment.
He's actually summoning the final boss really early.
You don't feel anything physical, but you feel
I'm quite
paranoid.
attuned to the magic, so I definitely feel something weird.
Mm-hmm. Almost like a static shock.
And I'm guessing the other one is leading to Ayastal?
Most likely. It's that same sort of razor thin thread.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to grab the thread that is coiling around the room.
It's the one that's currently coiled onto you now.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab that one.
Alright, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to channel a Dispel Magic spell through my hand. And into the strand itself.
Go ahead and roll for it, please.
I will certainly roll for it.
Yeah, magic battle.
You feel that uneasy pressure ease off as the thread sort of reluctantly releases, almost recoiling in pain.
I was really hoping it would just kind of disintegrate.
As it sort of slinks through the room and almost burrows into one of the corners leading deeper into the house.
I'm gonna try to yank it. I don't like this thing, no sir.
Almost like of almost like a snake. It manages to avoid being caught in your grip, almost wriggling through your
It's so
metaphorical
squirmy.
fingertips.
As
you feel as you grab onto it, you feel almost a slight twinge of pain inside your head, as it's almost harmed whatever metaphysical hand you were grabbing at it with. As grabbing onto strings with the tuner is more of a mind thing, not a physical thing.
Okay. Now, if I move the painting, what happens to it?
It pulls off the wall exactly as you would expect. The
No,
strings
I mean-
leading. Oh, what?
I mean, like, what happens to the string if I move the painting around?
And it still sort of coils into the, or it digs back into the wall and somewhere that you can't see. You're
I'm gonna try to take the
unsure,
painting.
but you think it might have found an anchor somewhere else. Rock, what are you doing right now?
He is help him memorize these books on Chult.
He's doing what?
He's getting Sora to help him memorize these books on Chult he got from the library.
Ah,
Like quizzing him.
as
So-
she
Tries repeatedly to tell you that it's Chult, not Chult. Rock just doesn't get it.
He calls it boat a couple times.
she almost begrudgingly continues on with her tutoring. But from behind, you think you hear almost something scratching at the door. And as you look, you don't see anything. But a thought worms into your mind. One saying, what if Sora is lying to me? What if she's using me and doesn't really care?
Is it my voice or is it a different voice?
It's your voice. It's an intrusive thought. It's one that just simply shows up without warning.
Can I do an insight check on myself?
I knew he was gonna say that.
Oh, with disadvantage.
Well, that's fine. That makes sense.
Well, you've never really distrusted yourself before.
Mm-mm. He
You
follows-
must have a point.
He'll file that away for later.
All right. And as you continue to sort of refine your knowledge, it comes up once again, but you put it away again as this sort of unease is growing inside you, this very faint paranoia.
It's something he'll talk to Sora in private about later.
How can you? How can you do anything not in private with Sora?
Yeah.
Like in private from yourself or what?
No, he's gonna hide in the closet. He's gonna hide in the closet, just face the corner with the lights out.
Shh, don't look at me.
Quick before he hears. Who?
Don't
Rock.
don't touch me, man. Just hiding in the closet.
It's just me in the closet.
No, turn the light off. It hurts.
No, he'll actually during the study he'll just bluntly ask, "What is he to her?" Because since that thoughts keep coming up.
She says, "In the past, I merely thought of you as a servant, an instrument of my will. However, I now know that it's not quite so simple. You're able to do things that I cannot, and see things from a perspective that I might not be aware of. While that perspective is mostly untrue and mostly irrelevant, there are some points which make me think in ways that I don't usually. Does that answer your question?"
He smiles warmly and goes, "I have that effect on things." As he goes back to training.
All right. So, I believe that's everybody taken care of. As night falls, excuse me. Ah, the skeleton crew takes over, tending to the various airship duties. There's a faint sort of a very faint vibration that's constantly thrumming throughout the hull as that arcane engine is keeping the airship in the air, as well as the slow rhythmic rocking in the air currents. Every so often, the wind finds its way through an aperture, whistling at some times and humming loudly at others. During the nighttime, it gets cold, forcing those kobolds above deck to bundle up, as well as those below decks to almost shelter in corners. Those of you in the mansion, of course, are unaffected. However, there is an undeniable sensation of speed, something that you can't really put your finger on inside the mansion. Would any of you be above decks during the night?
Rock probably would be.
And
I'd probably
your
also.
sleep schedule will be slowly getting back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's tends
So,
to sleep in his cabin lately.
So we'd say pretty much everybody is above decks at this point. Or at least close to it.
Info will be out. He wants to see clear skies and maybe the moon.
The moon from this height is perfectly visible. It's probably the best that you've seen it in a long time.
This is everything I've wanted.
I like how you're like. I like to see the beautiful clear skies. Oh, and the moon just happens to be there. Perfect.
Just what a coincidence!
Just like kind of whistling against the railing. Oh, the moon! Oh, what a treat
Wow, I
this has
didn't
been.
expect to see you there.
It's fancy meeting you here.
Hey, didn't know you'd be here.
So I'd like everyone to make perception checks.
Do I pass?
I-
Just roll it, god dang it.
Oh yeah, did I ever just did I just heck off with the string?
Oh, right.
Of course, that's what happens when I roll.
Doesn't it
would
still-
you keep up?
Doesn't it
Uh,
still default to...
10? Only if he's proficient in it.
Oh yeah, my bad. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it's 17.
Yes.
Would you continue your research on the string?
Yes, I don't like it. I want it gone.
All right.
Well,
From-
you might have heard it. Whatever the string's connected to.
Mm-hmm. You would have seen that it's connected to Rock at some point, though it doesn't seem to be affecting him too much.
Hmm.
And it has a very worrying ability to go through the mansion into the material plane. In
So-
addition, whereas most strings that you come across are sort of unintended interactions, it's not like when you're designing a magical bracelet, you aren't thinking about those threads; they just kind of happen.
Mm-hmm.
The string connecting the painting to Rock and Iastall, it's different. It acts differently. Like it's fully aware that it is a string, that it acts accordingly.
So if I threw the painting overboard, then it wouldn't solve all the problems.
Probably not.
Hmm.
That's assuming, of course, that you'd be able to sort of repaint that picture.
Who?
Sorry?
What?
It's from what you saw,
Mm-hmm.
those strings went away when the canvas was blank. Maybe if you prevented it from drawing that same picture, it would stop. That's the thoughts that you were having, at least.
Hmm. Do I see Iastall's like the infinite spray can around?
Sorry?
Do I see Iastall's infinite spray can of paint? Like in the
Um,
room?
You would.
Alright, so first I'm going to try to just spray paint over the entire thing. Like just black paint.
Just black paint?
Yes.
Alright. You do so, and the painting... Rock.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders.
He cracks his neck.
Kobold.
Yes.
You feel that same almost static shock as a thought worms its way into your mind, saying,
Wait, Nova.
"Yeah,
Nothing can read or or speak to me telepathically without my permission. I have the ring of mind shielding.
that's true."
But there are other things that could happen. The
There
DM
are,
makes
but
the
I just-
rules.
I just wanted to make sure that he remembered that.
That
Kobold
is
hears knocking on his brain.
absolutely true. Hmm. God, you got
Nova?
yeah. I'm trying to like.
I mean, this isn't the first time I've. There was that time with just creating a copy of that key in that room. This isn't the first time I've done something like this.
Oh god. So you would not hear that warming thought into your mind. However, you would know that the string connects to you before you completely paint it over with black paint.
Okay.
Look through
It's like if someone's standing outside your front door, you can tell.
Yeah, it's someone basically just ringing the doorbell.
I'm uninstalling the doorbell as he's doing so.
Cut the wires.
All right.
All right then.
But yeah, it's those strings are gone.
And do I see it around me?
Nope.
The tuner.
You do not see those thin razor-like strings.
Anywhere at all? Perfect.
It seems that you fixed the problem.
I'm going to take this painting over to Iastal and say, "This is really bad. Don't do anything with this. This is evil." And I'm just going to show her the black canvas.
She looks at the completely black canvas. And she looks at you. She kind of nods and almost with a condescending, almost like she was talking to a child voice, she says, "Yeah, that's a really good painting of evil."
I'm perfectly fine
Wow,
with
that's
this.
it's like interpretive, right? It's like modern, you know? I gotta look at it. I don't.
Can I leave something in the astral plane?
As far as I remember, the astral plane is more for souls. It's
Hmm,
really hard to actually bring things there with you. And
okay.
there are things in the astral plane, but bringing, stuff between the two is hard.
All right. Well, I guess it was worth an attempt, worth a thought.
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave it in my ritual room for now. I want to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
If anything happens later, I don't want to have it I don't want to throw it overboard and then suddenly need it for something later.
Hmm.
Thumbs up.
Hmm.
I try to do the tail thumbs up that Rock can do, but I just can't get my tail to curl the right way.
Yeah, it's not quite dexterous enough. All right.
All right. So what were you talking about before? No,
Fast forwarding.
Yes, thank you.
Fast forwarding a bit. So you guys all roll perception. Eric's and Raku. Actually, could I get a perception check from you, Infel?
Yes. Should I lucky this?
It's up to you. Make sure you
Why
mark off
not?
a lucky point, Cobalt.
Yeah, I took all the ones that I used before,
Gotcha.
or the one, and I also count for the spell slots I used.
Goodness.
Oh,
Thank God.
thank you.
Alright,
Sam.
now which one do you want to use?
Oh, I wonder, could it be the 20?
No C8.
Maybe I want to miss this. Maybe it's something so horrifying it'll leave me insane. No, the 20.
So Eric's, Infel, and Raku would notice, as there is a very faint sound of the ruffling of cloth, as well as the subtle clanking of bits of iron and leather together. Coming from somewhere below. You aren't quite sure how far away.
So it's cloth and metal clanking.
Yes.
Do I hear the sounds of high-pitched, tiny voices singing?
No, you would not hear that.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Sometimes Raku hears that in his head. That was unrelated to what's happening.
Rock used to, and then he murdered them all. Now start quiet.
Anyways.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna go towards the source of the noise.
Oh, hey, it's Kale.
All right.
Figure out what it is.
It's kind of just below you, so I assume you would head towards maybe the side.
Yeah.
You look down. All right. Eric's info.
So, is it coming from the ship, or...?
Seems to be coming from below. It's a rather new sound. It's very quiet right now.
I'll head out of my quarters and... debating whether I want to wake people up. I'll go to my spyglass and take a look out through that below us.
Which side are you going to?
I will go whichever side. Can I tell which side it sounds loudest?
Probably the starboard side, so right.
Alright. Then that's the side.
Alright. And info.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with
Probably-
the knowledge?
Do I notice Eric's?
Yes, you would see the two of them sort of peeking over the edge.
Guess I'll do that.
Alright.
Are the other kobolds below deck?
Cobalt and Rock, you two are above decks.
Yep.
And you would notice them all kind of dropping what they're doing and heading towards the side.
I meant like our crew.
There's only like 2 or 3 up here at the time being. There's one sort of sitting by his station near the front ballista, as well as one he would be he's actually just swabbing the deck. It looks
Good work.
to be fairly miserable while doing so, as it's kind of cold right now.
I'm gonna reach over and pat him and say, "You can go. You can go rest now, or just get a coat."
Thank you. As he sort of drags the bucket full of what looks to be water and a little bit of soap with him as he starts to head downstairs into the decks.
They need to keep warm. Anyway, there's the mysterious sound.
You would actually see it approaching.
Eh.
However, Raku and Eric's would not.
What's that?
Wait, why is that?
Well, you rolled high, but not quite high enough.
What about my passive?
What's your passive perception?
22.
Good God.
We also have dark vision.
Yep.
I don't. Doesn't Infel actually have that?
I think so. Let me check.
I do not believe Infel has dark vision.
Lizard folk do not. No.
There you go.
Fantasy Grounds just crashed, so hold on.
Very nice.
Wow, that's a weird thing that's never happened before.
Yeet. It does not look like you have dark vision.
Dang.
Also, Ayastal has made her way out and is manning the helm. Or womaning the helm, if you want to be correct. Get it? It's like manning, so it's not. I apologize.
My
mic,
God.
Thank you. I might accept that apology after a little bit of thinking.
I don't know what happened. My headphones died, and I came back at that point.
um. Does an 18 hit you, Riku?
Why am I being attacked?
You're being
yeah,
a pain.
that is my AC.
All right. Due to your passive, they do not get advantage. Eric's, however, okay, that's gonna hit.
Hey, my passive is a
Yeah.
19.
That's true, but 20 is the DC I was looking for.
Oh.
And yes, I have to have the DC that high because you guys roll so high consistently.
Not judged by this game.
Are you kidding me? Just
We
spare
have-
me the sob
We have
story.
Raku. He sort of lopsides things.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Dova.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes because
Dova's-
I think
Dova is being unfair and grading us all on a scale. And Raku is at the very top of that scale. And the rest of us are kind of mediocre.
Talk about a steep learning curve.
I know.
Our only choice is to toss Raku over.
with a cacophony of a sudden almost a war cry emanating from beneath and from all sides as a large amount of wyverns with saddles and riders come screaming up from down below.
I fucking knew it! They're here for revenge! Except Intel's never met them, so he doesn't know that.
You would not. But you guys recognize these. Except these are ridden by goblins.
Don't we
Which
kill
would
those orcs?
explain why they're moving so much faster. As Raku and Eric's, you are almost sideswiped by a claws digging deep into your, or kind of slashing against your shoulder and nearly missing your face, Eric's. Alright, that's 15 of slashing. Infel, you see it coming from the last moment and are able to sort of get your gauntlet up and in the way as its claws almost spark off of it. Just the pure speed involved, throwing tiny bits of light into the air. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Remember, damage to me is, well, at least, especially in this case, since I did see him as halved.
Fair enough.
Even the ones on top of the deck.
Initiative, yes. everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, my initiative wasn't garbage.
As soon as
Sorry, I was trying to
Eric's
catch
would have
this,
seen them coming, he would have started shouting battle stations and such. Man the cannons.
That's true. You would have had, yeah,
As his reaction, or
you would have had a few moments. Plus, as you're sort of instinctively sort of grasping and putting pressure on a rather nasty open scrape, almost directly over your collarbone, and almost going straight up into your chin. As you kind of croak that out, the first one coming out kind of hoarsely, but the second one you put your proper weight into, as the ship starts to wake up. Rock, it'll be your turn first.
The one time Rock.
Never mind, it'll be Infel's turn first.
hold up, Dova. So let me see. Would that be 10 damage instead of 19 then?
Yes.
I'll fix that.
Unless stated otherwise, always round up.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So I rounded 19 to 20 and then halved.
Yes.
Never mind. It doesn't want to let me touch it.
You touch your damage?
Yeah, I can't.
There. I
Oh
gotcha.
wait, hold up. There it is.
Yeah, I got you.
Numlock.
Nice.
It depends on like the program whether it wants to acknowledge numlock or not. It's odd.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as they streak upwards, beginning their a slow sort of lazy turn to take a pass at you, you see that there's quite a lot of these. Enough that I will be placing tokens down for a good while. But sorry. Into that there are about 15 that you can see. And again, without your dark vision, you're using a rather bright moon to see. Out in the distance, you can see brief glimmers of shiny steel and maybe a bit of a shimmer from reflective scales, something like that. And as far as you know, there sounds to be a full army of them out there. So, what are you doing, Infel?
Sky pirates.
You gotta defend your airship now. Infel, are you muted?
Hello?
Sorry about that. I was asking, could you reshare the map?
Oh,
Yeah, because I crashed again.
all right about that. I forgot.
Mm-mm.
Now, where are they? Up, they're loading in.
No, I'm making them visible now. I meant it when I said there's a lot.
So there is.
Numbers are an illusion.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, not judging by this encounter.
13.
Guys, it's easy. We just gotta blow up the ship and they're done.
It's easy. We just have to kill the Batman.
Oh, never mind. I didn't do all of them. Not all of them that I wanted, actually. So we'll stay with this for now. No spoilers.
On Dova's screen, the whole covered in tokens.
Are they all captains this time?
A
like they
solid
were
fucking 10 seconds to load this encounter, by the way.
before?
Oof. Well, first of all, Infel's gonna start going for Eric's because he's alone right now.
All right. Each square is 5 feet. Well, each little square. The big squares are 10 feet.
Because this is the big ship.
Let's do this.
It's a
There
real
you
big
go.
ship.
The perfect picture for this encounter.
Chunky
Yeah.
salsa?
I enjoy it.
Perfect.
Poor bastards. They have us surrounded. Or as some say, this greatly simplifies things.
Captain, to us!
There's 5 of them and 50 of them. I like these odds.
They're gonna need more.
So,
I mean,
Those
like,
on stream, I'm
bang
getting
my
it up on right now.
There's 5 of us and 50 of them. That seems a bit unfair. Do they have any reinforcements?
I mean, other than that, I'd probably like try and bang my sword against my shield and say, "Come on, you bastards!" as I take a defensive stance.
give me an intimidation check.
All right.
He's a scary, scary lizard man.
Nope.
Ooh. I see this is back.
I'm Mr. Mario Party. You don't understand.
Oh right, I should probably actually do that. If that's going to be your turn, then it is going to be Rock's turn. As from the darkness, you hear a few goblinoid laughs. Does anyone speak Goblin?
I have my helm.
I speak axe.
Oh right, the helm of languages.
Yep.
I speak Goblin.
Okay. So yeah, Eric's and Raku.
Wow.
But would they? No, they would definitely understand the gesture.
That was just like getting caught off guard many times today.
It's so yeah. I'm not in the right mindset apparently. As they basically erupt in a chorus of laughter at the big tall lizard man trying to look tough.
I mean, if he's big and tall, he probably doesn't look very tough.
True. Well, Dova didn't give me advantage, so I guess I'm not that scary.
Hey guys,
There's also a
remember when-
lot of them.
Remember when there was an alternate universe when I had advantage in intimidation checks because I had a scar on my face?
All right.
Remember the alternate universe where Rock did, and then everybody died.
That was great.
He loved that scar.
Anyways, we shall continue. As Rock, it is your turn.
Well, considering... Alright. No one's within melee range, are they?
No. The ones on the the bow and the stern are both about maybe 50 to 60, maybe even 100 feet off.
Ah, I can't bring out my new toys then.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, don't worry. They're coming out. Alright, I'll just do a good old Eldritch Blast.
All right. Which ones are you attacking?
Let's do 19. Let's just do one at a time. 19.
All right, that'll hit.
The one. 20.
Very nice.
And
one more.
let's do 18.
Very good. That hits as well.
Pop
And
shot.
one more, I believe.
It's like shooting skeet, but they laugh
Yeah.
more.
As a few of them stop laughing when their mounts are struck with a bolt of force from below.
Womp womp.
You kind of see them wobble in flight a bit as they are kind of thrown off balance. You can see a couple of almost you can hear a couple of concerned yelps as they wouldn't really say anything, but just kind of growl back at you.
I growl back. I roar.
Darn this paladin with his no cantrips.
All right. I believe that will be your turn then, correct?
Yes.
All right. Raku, your turn.
All right. Which were the ones that attacked us first?
Sorry?
Which was the one that attacked us first?
The one that attacked you was Wyvern number 26, directly to your east, as it's sort of starting to circle around counterclockwise.
Has 24 done anything yet?
Not yet, no.
All right. I'm gonna pull out the new magical Charla, and we're gonna bust a slug.
Yeah, free crit.
It's not a crit. It's an advantage.
No.
23.
All right. And I forget, for the enchantment, did you go with the full sort of magical ammo, or did you get the budget ammo efficiency?
I paid the fucking 50,000. I got the full.
You got the full one? Okay. In that case, I believe it is like 10 shots before reload.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Doesn't use ammo though.
Yeah, I know. I was curious as to how the reload worked. Okay.
It'll be a reload just like a
Just like normal,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but
without using ammo. It's sort of a magical process.
it's not after every shot. It's after every 10 now.
After every 10 shots, yes.
Sweet. All right, so let's start this up.
Very nice.
And then now that I don't have to reload right now, I'm gonna go and try for this. Okay, cool.
Very nice.
You know, that shot, in my mind, it's like, okay, and the bullet just kind of bounced harmlessly off of his helmet, but the surprise of it Almost gave him a heart attack.
The sort of blue projectile from Charla lances out into the darkness. It seems to go through one of the reinforcing sort of ribs on the wyvern's wing. As you can hear the wyvern almost shriek. Sort of dropping down for a minute before you shoot it with your crossbow. The bolt sort of spiraling upwards, catching a draft, and then lodging itself directly in its breast. As the rider sort of stabilizes it, you can see these almost glowing pinpricks of light out in the distance, staring right back at you with anger.
I'm gonna yell out in Goblin, surrender now while you can.
You don't get any response.
I'm not gonna care. That's no responses. Essentially, that means the same to me.
Fair enough. I believe it is now.
Yep, that's
Eric's
let me. There we go. Whoa, what was that? Heard some Mario noises there.
That was
Give me the
actually
soundboard.
Zelda. And that is the sound that it makes when my turn comes up. It's actually one of my Windows sounds.
I don't know if I believe you.
For Eldritch, this Eldritch Blast, I don't think it landed on the tracker. Oh, I'll apply it manually.
Oh, the
Because I
damage up
just
there, it
noticed
did
this.
not.
Yeah.
Rock, you did a good job actually rolling the attack on them, but you didn't put any of the damage on them.
Did I not?
No.
Hey, I did good.
You have to roll the damage on them as well.
That's what I thought I did.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. It must be like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
because-
But yeah, Eric's
Well, it was actually like all 4 of them, is it? 3?
Well, I was
3.
dragging it over. It said it hit him on my end.
Anyways. Starting off. Where's Kale? Oh wait, Kale's at the very bottom of the list. Alright, well, Elakale is going to make an appearance.
All right, go ahead and mark down that save. Spell slot.
He would actually be over here. Or is that even his token? That is not his token.
That's regular Kale's token.
Well, I just used regular Kale now.
Oh, okay.
Just add temp HP.
Elakale the Moist.
No, it's Elakale the Fiery. I don't remember
Okay.
what actual name I
The
came
hot,
up for
or
him.
no, the warm.
The Spicy.
I like
Spicy. We'll go with
yeah,
spicy.
one. I like
Spicy
the
boy.
spicy.
Elakale the Smoldering.
Ooh.
Ooh, that one's
Yeah, we'll go
beautiful,
with
but I
that.
think spicy is more fitting. Okay.
Elakale the Smoldering. Anyways, so that was my bonus action. For my action, I am going to throw fire.
All right, at what?
This one.
Nice.
Oh, for the love of...
Hey, that's a crit deck.
Hey, crit deck. Crit deck. Oh, crit deck.
Crit fail.
Crit fumble.
As you start the airship on
Oh,
fire.
no.
Now with no water to put it out.
No. But,
Is it worse?
depending on how mean Dova wants to be, Eric's is dying.
What?
What?
Good
How
thing
did
I'm
you-
running over to you already.
Oh god.
What?
Fail
What
that
happened?
badly.
Boom! You are blasted back 1d10 times 5 feet away from your target.
Oh my god, that's 50 feet.
And the target is... well... I'm going straight over the side.
25, isn't it?
You're going to 24? Oh, where's 24?
24 is
depends
the
on
one in right above... or I did it on 20...
Oh,
I thought I did it
yeah,
on
no,
25.
that is 25 or 24. I think with both those, yeah, 24. You're still going.
Wait, can he make like an acrobatics check to try to grab the other wyvern on the other side?
Well, it more depends on whether Dova will...
Could you give me a dexterity saving throw as you are propelled just above the railing?
Captain, holy shit!
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, I've been mentioned.
You were
yeah.
mentioned?
Never mind. So
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
We have an ethereal influence.
You're not.
he's still going over anyways.
A near, a
Really?
moderate influence. Mao, a cat is going to boop Eric's back onto the ship like a pinball.
Ka-tung, ka-tung.
I imagine it with like the pinball sound too. Like an invisible cat just appears as Eric gets close and fades away again. Ding!
Like he's a ball
Okay,
of yarn.
Like the cat doesn't even move.
So
Shall I accept it?
yes.
Okay.
So Eric's, as you go to fling your fireball, you see a brief sort of magical flare up from the wyvern that you're targeting as something activates, almost impinging against the spell in your hand as you lose control of it and it explodes into your face. You are thrown upwards into the air in a very high arc. As you're tumbling through the air, you see the ship below you sort of fading forwards into the distance. As a few feet, just kind of in midair above you, there's a small shattering sound as... You know that the vendor who you spend cards on, who you give cards to, and he gives you trinkets.
Yeah.
You're greeted by his face as there's a brief shattering sound as he sort of stumbles through the material plane and kind of accidentally pushes you forward. As you sail back downwards, he kind of grabs onto the edge of the space that he shattered open, kind of leans down and yells towards you. Sorry, no, you're welcome. As you now go back towards the ship. However, it looks like you're going to be slightly too short as you manage to grab onto a hanging rope just on the far side of the railing. You are now dangling about at the end of 10 feet of rope below the airship.
Shit, I should have made a
Just
double
about, yeah, right about where you started. So, but you're not dead, so that's good.
More plummeting to my death, but yeah.
As pretty much everyone would have seen this, as there was a large flash of orange light followed by a flash of blue light as Eric's plummeted past the railing. None of you would be able to see that he's actually hanging on.
Ka-tung, ka-tung.
But you would see a taut rope sort of stretched over the edge of the railing. You still have your movement left, technically, Eric's. If you want to try climbing up.
Captain, hold on, I'm on my way.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
So we got Buweasels with a moderate influence. Oh, we got two people.
Teach my hamster to suck eggs.
Who is what?
We got Nestle and Buweasels both trying to get me back up onto the deck.
I'll say there's enough sort of ethereal influence going into this one moment.
Yeah, I think we can give those back. Let's spread it out a little, guys. He's probably gonna be fine.
So refund both?
Yes.
Oh. I will try and climb back up then.
Alright, give me an athletics check, please.
And this is where I die.
Yeah, this is...
Darn.
What were those ethereal influences?
They were both moderates.
Maybe we'll accept one.
I already refunded both of them. I mean, you guys...
Money can't fix all problems. He's still gonna roll poorly.
This is
Round one of combat.
lucky.
Goodbye. Alright. You got one more lifeline.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
Yeah, I was expecting that sound again.
Buweasels is having Zell begin to help reel in the rope.
I'll just sort of explode onto the table.
As you feel, you try to climb up, but you find that your hands are slipping. The sort of sweat and the grime that's accumulated, the soot from the spell is kind of preventing your grip from being what it could be as you start to slide down. The rope itself is actually getting slowly pulled up. And as you're trying to reach for the ship itself, you lose your grip. However... Yep. You feel a sinking sensation in your stomach as, for a brief moment, you start to fall as your eyes glance downwards into the almost infinite darkness below. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as a pair of... not a pair, but a heavy metal claw grabs almost into your arm.
Yeah, I stop.
As leaning down, one arm clutched to the railing and digging into the side, her claws actually anchored into the wood of the planks, is Ayastal with a quite long reach, barely grabbing onto you.
Wait a minute. Did she have to use her hand?
I believe so, yes.
Alright. I was trying to for me eyes maybe develop.
Oh, right. Which one? It was oh yes, it was the
The left one, which is blue, I believe, and I think the right one
yes,
is
it
red.
was. As aiding her arm is a magical blue glow, which, after pulling you a little bit closer, she releases it and you find yourself slowly floating and almost just tossed back onto the deck as you are now prone and trying to catch your breath from what just happened.
Captain Nani the fuck.
I love it.
As Ayastal sort of pulls her claws out from the floorboards, leaving almost gigantic, gaping holes.
You're not allowed to complain about that one.
I wasn't going to.
Saving Eric's today.
We should
All
probably
right.
change the donation goal to saving Captain Eric's.
Cobalt, this is your turn.
Today's donation goal was the Chult Settlement Fund, which is very well covered.
Road trip healthcare. How about that? A life preserver that floats in air, maybe?
I get a turn.
You do get a turn, Cobalt.
It's been 84
But only this once.
Yep.
It's been 84 years.
Next round,
I'm
we
just
spend
gonna-
all of our turns helping Eric's.
I mean,
And
I was
our- and our
already
money.
heading towards him.
And all of our money. Alright. I'm gonna conjure an air elemental.
Alright.
A windy boy. And the order I'm gonna give him is help us fight these goblins and if possible knock them out of the air.
Alright.
And then that's my turn. No bonus action.
Alright. Where are you summoning it?
I guess just in the air above me.
Alright. He's a big boy.
Yes. And he's a very fast boy
Very
too.
windy boy.
Windy boy.
As the ever-present wind around you seems to coalesce in a dusty vapor just in front of you. That sort of levitates off and starts to address sort of look towards its first target, and but it can't do anything just yet.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope. That is my action. I use no bonus action.
All right.
I'm gonna hide behind Rock.
All right. As you basically just get as close to Rock as you can.
And he kind of crouch down on the ground.
Rock tail pats him.
He's very good at that. Very good with that thing.
It is the wyvern's turn, as well as the goblins. Quite a few of them are going to make sort of strafing attacks on you all, sort of nimbly making their way through the main mast and sort of dipping down to make passing attacks at you all. As this one passes through, Rock, and Cobalt, you would get opportunity attacks.
I'm actually gonna use my reaction for something else in case I need it.
Okay.
I'm going to. Which number was it?
26.
26. All right, I'll attack him.
All right. Go ahead and attack. Oh, that hits.
I get 2 attacks because of my thing, don't I?
For attacks of opportunity, you only get 1 attack, no matter what.
Okay, I wasn't too sure with that.
Yeah. Oh goodness. As you take 24 points of slashing damage. However, you trade with him, burying your axe into one of its hind legs before it kind of pulls itself free, giving a shriek as it flies away.
What happens when you put your hand near a blender?
That.
That.
Kobold, you would get an opportunity attack on this one as well if you want.
No, I'm gonna save it in case I need to cast a shield.
Okay. That one would miss. Here comes the stinger towards Rock. Not sure. Yeah, that would not hit. Okay, this is going too slow. Let's speed this up. So, Infel, you would get the opportunity to attack 4 of them as they pass by.
Jeez.
Go ahead and...
I suppose it doesn't factor in my double attack, but
no, it would not.
darn. And here I was trying to get them to target me.
Technically, I think
opportunity
we're only
attacks
allowed
are-
1.
Yes.
Yeah.
With opportunity
I
attacks,
know.
you're only allowed 1.
I will attack.
On one target, it's counted as your reaction.
Now, which ones are flying past me?
Number... Oh, I should have kept track. Number 10, 13, 14, and 15.
I guess I'll hit 10.
Alright, go ahead and roll to attack. Very nice, that'll hit.
And then this with my improved smite. And remember, I was in a defensive stance, so that's a little extra AC. And plus 2 extra damage.
Alright. Excellent, excellent.
So, what were those attack rolls?
One of them was a 24.
That'll hit, because I believe defensive stance only increases my AC by 2.
Oops, that's the wrong thing. Could you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Actually, I can just do it automatically. Hold up. Alright, you succeeded.
Nice.
As you feel a
Well,
caustic
I'll also
substance
remind you,
flow through your
paladins
veins.
are immune to poison.
Oh, would you look at that?
Is that poison damage or just the poison condition?
I believe it's poison.
That doesn't.
I'm not sure. Anyways, he passed it, so let's not worry about it. Only one of them is actually gonna do a pass over you, Eric's, and then you're going to have the one that you shot, as well as one other pass over you, Raku. For you, Raku, it's Wyvern 21 and 24, and for you, Eric's, it is number 26.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a roll. He'll
What are you gonna do?
probably succeed. Okay. I was seeing whether he'd be composed enough to actually register that. I mean, he did just have a brush with death, but... So, yeah, he'll attack. Also, wouldn't Alec
Oh wait,
heal?
you're prone right now. I forgot about that.
I could still throw magic.
That's true.
At least this time, you know, if I get flung backwards, I'm just into the deck more.
Mhm.
So, attempt 2.
Alright, so what am I doing right
Alright,
now?
that hits. 19 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for yours. As a wyvern passes almost directly above you, dragging a claw along the deck for a few moments before it sort of passes over you. And in that sort of point-blank moment, you fire directly upwards into its soft underbelly.
Why do I not have the monster manual loaded?
Oh, goodness. As you
By-
take 26 points of slashing damage.
By the way, Dova, thanks to Anir, I was able to pick up Mordenkainen's Book of Foes.
Ooh. I'm interested.
I forgot to download it and get it ready for tonight, but you know, future.
Yeah. We got that available. Awesome. So, goodness,
Elakale would get an attack, wouldn't he?
he would actually. Against
Okay.
number 26.
Bringing up the Fire Elemental. Close all these windows.
Alright, that would hit.
Awesome. Also, it is now on flame. On fire.
On flames.
On flames.
On flames.
No, it's under flames.
Question. Does the
Yes.
fire elemental set fire to things that are around it?
Only when it hits something.
Okay.
By default, it doesn't.
Okay, just keep that in mind because this is a wooden ship.
Yeah. Technically, he's
Okay.
actually, you know, flying
Floating a little
above
bit.
it.
I'm aware,
Thank you,
but
guys.
keep that in mind. Or don't. I'd prefer actually if you don't. Because
So
then
another
I
thing is,
will.
I'm
I'll
pretty sure
remember.
every inch of this ship, every board is probably soaked and expanded to fit to be watertight, but it is waterlogged.
Some of it.
All right.
I mean,
Now, were you
ships do catch on fire. But yes, you are also going to be attacked, Raku, by
Okay.
I believe I said 10 and 13.
No, you said 24 and something else, because 24 is what I attacked.
24 and 13 then, I believe. Alright, none of those would hit. As you basically jam yourself up against the railing, preventing any of them from getting at you as they come from just the wrong angle for that.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on any of them?
You would.
Okay.
And with the ranged attacks of opportunity,
Oh, it's supposed to be melee, huh?
I believe so. Let me check.
I remember you can make a ranged attack with disadvantage.
Yes, I
Well-
believe that is the case.
Okay.
Yeah, normally attacks of opportunity are melee, but I guess if you're gonna do like a ranged attack at point blank, it would just be with disadvantage.
It's not saying here.
Possibly, but not improbable. Or improbably, but not impossibly.
I'll say yeah, the range attacks are at a disadvantage since they're passing by you so quickly.
Alright, give me a second.
On an unrelated note, could I get perception checks from everybody? And no passive perception for this.
Sure.
I mean, most DMs don't really use let them do passive perception. on
Now,
rolls
is it
anyway.
just one attack of opportunity or on both of them?
One.
Yeah,
You're
one
only
attack of
allowed one
opportunity,
per round.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you use your
So,
reaction, and you only use one
disadvantage?
reaction per turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Uno.
Sad.
Reaction.
That still hits.
No.
Alright.
How about that perception?
So I got one from Cobalt Rock, Infel. I need one from Eric's
Yeah,
and
give me a second. 20.
Eric's? Ah, there. 25. Ah, God damn it. You, Eric's and Raku. You would notice that there's a few bits and pieces of noise from the keel of the ship, from the bottom. And it sounds like machinery, the heavy clunk of something being attached. And shortly afterwards, there's a mechanical clicking and almost a continuous ticking noise now.
Fucking bombs.
You get upset about them noticing all the things, but like you got a rogue who has proficiency in perception, and a druid who gets all their spells from wisdom.
It still makes me angry. You can't change that. But yeah, that is going to be all of their turns. It's the air elemental's turn,
Yes.
who's going to charge off this way, sort of leaving you kind of swaying about in the jet blast, and is going to do this cool whirlwind thing.
Oh, so cool.
Anime
He
whirlwind
actually
attack.
fails
Aw.
as the wyvern and goblin are separated, pulled apart by this colossal, violent wind. Yes, as the goblin is pulled from the saddle, he starts to fall into the
Abyss.
swirling darkness of the clouds below.
And the wyvern, with no rider, fucks off.
Depends on how well they're trained.
After years of degrading servitude, I'm finally free.
Oh, also. There we go. We'll see if he goes to grab his rider. Next round.
At the very least, he's out of the way for now.
Yes. Eric's. Your turn. Well, not Eric's, but Kale. Kale the
Kale.
Smoldering.
Ah, there we go.
Alec killed the smoldering.
Elakale's gonna be sent down under the ship to look for.
You're gonna set the you're gonna send the creature made of fire to try to disarm a bomb.
I assume he's going to stay a healthy distance away.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Your suspicions are realized when Kale very nervously reports that there are 3 large clusters of what look to be black powder-filled barrels, all sort of connected to each other with some sort of wire or string. It's hard to tell exactly what it's made of, but it does have this sort of clockwork mechanism connecting, maybe acting as a timer.
How are they attached to the bottom?
You're unable to tell. Does Elemental Kale have dark vision?
I mean, he produces
He's
light.
made of fire, so
And yes,
Yeah,
he does
so
have
his
dark
good
vision.
point.
The light wouldn't propagate that far.
He does have dark vision, yes.
Does have dark vision? Okay. It appears that they've been attached with a mixture of physical spikes, and some have been attached with what looks to be a very thick black paste of some sort.
If Elikale had some kind of pole
bar.
or something, would he be able to pry them off?
Maybe.
He's very small.
I mean, Elikale is bigger. Kale by himself is small, but I mean, Elikale, it's large size.
You have to be very careful not to, touch it at all.
Now you would know this. Clockwork mechanisms in this day and age are by and large fragile and sensitive. It's entirely possible that if you jostle it around to try to pry it off, you might set it off.
And what would we do?
well, it's a bomb set on us by our enemies. I assume their intention is for us to not remove it.
That is probably the case. By and large, bombs are not supposed to be defused.
Not so concerned about defusing it so much as, just getting it off. If we get it off, then I don't care where it blows up, because it won't be on the ship.
Well, that's what he's saying. You shouldn't move it around a lot, because then it might just blow up instantly.
The only thing I can think of is like sawing off the part of the ship it's stuck to.
Which hopefully the vibrations wouldn't trigger it as well.
I mean, it's got to have some hardiness because it was attached to a flying ship in midair in the
That's
first
true.
place.
Good point. Or else it would just like blow up when they're trying to stick it in.
Yeah, that's true. They'd have to jostle it like a lot.
Anyway, are you gonna tell us about it?
Yeah, I'd be
you gonna
shouting
try to
about
help?
all
Go
this.
for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
What?
We have a
where's-
game-breaking ethereal influence from Nestle.
Ooh,
The bomb
what's this?
is a dud.
Are
Oh.
we sure we can accept that?
Also,
That's
would it
not
be
fun.
bombs?
It is a game-breaking.
I know, but it's not
I
fun.
know, but
I mean,
I can say one of them is, but you don't know which one.
there's
then that's
multiple.
completely pointless.
There are three.
Motherfuck.
That makes it 100% pointless because we're gonna have to remove all three anyway.
Yeah, that would be a
No.
waste of his influence.
Well,
And you did kind of describe it as all of them being attached to one detonator.
Yeah.
Oh, I
you
did?
said-
Oh, sorry. I meant to say that there are sort of three distinct clusters.
Well,
Ah.
you said I know you said 3 bombs, but you said that they're all connected with a bunch of wires and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
connected
yeah,
with a bunch of
that's-
wires to one detonator.
That's my bad. I meant to say that all the bombs in each cluster are connected to one. So there's like 3 total.
Huh. Well, yeah, just refund that. And, like, I don't know, maybe you can give one of us wings and we'll try to solve it.
that's what I was I was kind of sad about because Raku already uses Potion of Flying. If anyone's gonna disarm it, it's gonna be Raku.
Rock has a very rock idea.
Yeah,
No.
I think I've got Rock's same idea. Just cut off the section.
That was mine.
Yeah, that was Infil's idea.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Well, Raku picks locks and special ones too, and so he has experience with clockwork stuff essentially, and very sensitive.
Okay, well, first of all, let's just say that Eric lets everyone know that there are bombs on the front of the ship.
On the bottom.
On the bottom.
I mean,
So that potentially deal with it.
one benefit of this being an airship is that we don't
Oh, come back,
technically
missile.
need the entire ship in one. We don't need a bottom of the ship, basically.
But we also don't know exactly how big the explosions are going to be.
I don't want to lose my ship, damn it!
Yeah, we just got it fixed.
Plus, we can't adventure away from Chult if we get stranded here.
Hey, Dova.
Yep.
Just as like a free action, can I send not rations to, like, look at it, go check on it, so I know I have a better idea of what it looks like for myself.
Are you gonna send the bombs to the astral plane?
I'm thinking of some options.
Or put them all in your chest?
I just want it to be so like Cobalt knows where the bombs are exactly instead of just what Eric's telling him. Know what I mean?
I'd say you can't do that on this turn, but you can on yours. But
Okay.
you can kind of send him out right now, and he'll start to make his way down there as he has to kind of crawl along the underside and stick to it.
Okay.
I believe that would be Kale's turn, correct?
Still trying to think of what to do, but yeah, that would be his turn.
We have a few turns, and we have extra people.
Before, real quick, based on those positions under the ship, do I know if there's anything important directly above them that if we did cut out the sections and just let them fall, we'd be okay?
Well, it might be possible to do that for the one in front, but for the ones kind of in the center and near the rear, if you cut out too much, you might impact the structural integrity of the spine of the ship. And if you put it through any sort of strenuous maneuver, it might just break in half afterwards. It's entirely possible that it will just break in half immediately as well.
Where the hell where did goblins get this kind of technology?
I mean, honestly, goblins are pretty technologically intelligent.
Well, I
So
mean,
are
you
they trying
can
to, like,
saw.
pillage the ship or just destroy it? Honestly.
I mean, Druid can
There's
can
not
just
gonna be
bind the
anything
ship back
left.
together. Right?
Well, we got
Not if
Weasels with Zell, and it's a major influence, having the kobold start the sawing process.
If we are indeed going to go with that plan.
I'll hold off on
Alright,
accepting it for now.
Yeah, make sure you also refund that game-breaking one.
I did.
If somebody wants to make me
Alright.
fly, that would work.
I don't
Ain't
have
got that kind of magic.
I mean, the viewers have that kind of magic to
Yeah,
just
I'm talking
make
to the
Raku
gods
fly.
right now.
Don't beg the viewers for solutions to our game.
All right,
They're
let's
already
continue.
throwing money out there.
You're just like, hey viewers, if you spend enough money, then we don't have to think of a solution anymore.
It's pay to
Well,
win.
I would just like to keep going. We've been talking about this for a long time with no one's turn happening.
Well,
Because we
some
have been
bullshit
talking with
sprung
the
on us.
viewers. So far, the only thing I can think is if we're not sawing it, we need to disarm them.
Right, Boo?
We
Okay,
can
well,
put the pieces back on.
who
with
who just did more ethereal influence?
Jesus Christ.
I heard
more
something.
influence.
Anir is giving. A cat is gonna give Cobalt a crystal containing a time stop spell. How well
crap.
he can use it is up to his tuning skills. That is a major influence.
Time stop is a level 9 spell.
Motherfuck.
Well, major influence does allow them to give you a magic item, which is an ongoing benefit. This would just be a one-time use, so I think that would be okay with that level.
I'm jelly.
Well, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I guess it's Dova's final say in it.
I think that one is okay.
This whole ethereal influence thing is very, Dova's kind of losing a lot of control because of it.
Anyway, my turn.
Yes, it is Infel's turn currently.
Beaten by money.
Alright, I've accepted Cobalt's influence.
I'm doing a dash action.
Alright, where are you going?
Over here.
Alright. I believe you'd be able to make it there without the dash action, actually.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Captain, you alright?
There's a bomb strapped to my ship! No, I'm not alright!
I was more talking about, flying off the edge like that, but good to know we have other problems.
Yeah, I'm alright on that point.
Alright. How about you get away from the edge, sir?
I'll do that as soon, yes.
Great. This was a little poorly planned because my next action is probably going to be to go for the wyvern and do nothing because that's another move action.
Alright. As it's kind of lazily, kind of hovering, watching the action towards the north of the ship, you can actually sort of get pretty close to it without it noticing.
Sneak attack.
Without it
Wait,
flying
that's
away.
true.
Yeah. Not quite a sneak attack, but you are quote-unquote sneaking.
Poised to strike
Exactly.
when I can.
Eventually. Rock.
So hearing the bomb, he's gonna sigh heavily and yell "cowards" in Draconic as he casts Spider Climb on himself, and he's going over the edge.
Oh man.
You going for it?
He's going.
You go, okay.
Oh boy.
We in it.
Oh boy.
Because that's a cowardly move.
Okay.
I don't know where to move my icon.
We're just gonna go over the side. Well, we know you're over the side, so you get full movement. So I'd say you'd make it to about there, about halfway from the top to the direct underside, and you can start to see, albeit upside down, as the blood starts to rush to your head. And how well is everything secured to your body?
Very secure.
Okay. as your axe is basically hanging upwards, almost directly in your face at this point. Just kind of swat it out of the way as it pokes you in the chin.
His axe falls. He recalls it as bonus action.
Yeah, he practiced with spider climb as he was studying. He was just walking in squares around the room.
Around being a very loose term.
Yeah.
It's
Literally
round.
around the room.
It's for him. He was walking on the walls.
But yes, you would start to see the 3 bombs sort of cluster, 3 bomb clusters sort of attached to the underside of the ship. You would also see Elemental Kale off. Actually, no, you wouldn't see him. Not quite yet. Is that going to be your turn?
I mean, I can't. I use the spider climb as my action, so and I'm off. So unless I can start disarming the bombs, there's nothing I can do.
All right. You can maybe take stock of the situation and prepare yourself for any sort of disarming that might need to happen.
Yeah, he's taking stock of that, and he's also keeping eye on the bottom of the ship, like out in the air, to make sure he's not going to get snuck up on.
All right. As you sort of look around, you look up, and you kind of shudder from a wave of vertigo that flows over you. But you
It's a
kind
little
of
high.
you kind of keep hold of it and try not to look up. How long does spider climb last?
An hour.
Okay. Riku, your turn.
Alright, was I able to see Rock go over the edge?
Yeah, you would see him kind of cling his way over the edge and just sort of walk down the side railing and disappear from sight.
Alright, so I'm going to move. Let me see. Or maybe I'll just tuck around the side because I want to try giving myself cover somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
And then I want to cast message to talk with Rock.
All right. What are you gonna say?
I'm going to be asking him what exactly he's doing, and if he's disarming it, Raku wants to try to walk him through it.
All right. You can reply, Rock.
He goes like, I was gonna get rid of him, and just like he could feel the grin from Rock. It's a mental grin.
Yeah, I know, but it's still going to blow up if you don't know what you're doing, so Raku wants to try helping him as much as he can from this side.
He would not say no to it.
Alright. And as far as I know, yeah, I just want to try giving him advantage if he tries.
All right.
And bonus action, I guess I'll reload my wrist crossbow. And that'll have to be all.
Excellent. Eric's. It's your turn.
Correct. Well, first off, I'm going to get up and move over to here.
All right.
Is Wyvern 26 dead?
No, but it is getting there.
I'm going to throw
It's also on
fire
fire.
at it.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, yeah. I applied the effect onto it, but I don't know if it actually... Did it automatically apply the damage as it should have?
I believe it takes damage on the start of its turn.
Yeah, and it's had it... Oh, wait, no, it hasn't.
It
No,
has
wait,
not.
it has.
Nope. That was on Fire Elemental Kale's turn. Actually, no, that was an attack of opportunity as it passed by.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which
Never
was
mind.
on it. Yeah.
Never mind. Well, Eric's is gonna throw or do I don't know what. How does that work again? Alright, instead, Eric's is gonna move over here. Make sure that he's got a nice, clear shot. And lightning bolt.
Alright, which one are you attacking? 26? Or are you going... Is lightning bolt the,
It's the line.
Oh. So you're gonna attack a lot of people over here? I'd say that gets 4 of them.
Alright.
24, 13, 10, and 1.
Well then. It'll automatically roll and automatically take half if it succeeded.
Alright, that failed. Failed. Fail.
I'm enjoying this one.
And fail.
Boom!
Goodness gracious.
Like a bug zapper.
As the one directly in front of you just falls from the sky, trailing smoke. The rest are sort of a jolt and sort of a convulse briefly as they try to regain their flying balance as they drop a little bit of altitude. The sky lighting up brightly with a lightning bolt as for a brief moment you see one of the tendrils sort of drift off to the bottom of the ship for a brief moment before disappearing.
That's worrisome.
Anything else?
That would be all for me.
All right. Which side did you want not rations to go off of? Kobold.
Huh?
Which side did you want not rations to climb off of?
I guess just the left side.
The left side? All right.
Because that's the side I'm slightly closest to.
Yeah. As seeing through its eyes, you see the 3 clusters of bombs below. You would also see Rock just standing to the side. And as you kind of pull back from that view, you feel a small clinking sound as something small and crystalline sort of bounces off your forehead and drops to the deck in front of you. As you look up,
God.
you see Indigo, the tabaxi who you've traded with a little while back with the cards. And he sort of waves to you and says, I noticed that you're in a little bit of trouble, and I would hate it if one of the customers I liked didn't end up, living.
Mao.
I think you'll enjoy that.
Mao. You're forgetting. You're forgetting the cat sounds.
I do not
Bilbo.
meow. As his ears sort of flick forward for a second before the portal in front of you shuts closed.
All right.
As you now have a small crystal imbued with rather powerful arcane energy.
I'm guessing I can just tell what it is by holding it.
Yes. It will have time-stopping abilities.
Great. So very strong.
Very.
Now, what to do with it though? Because the time stop part only affects me.
So you could stop time, but only while no one is moving.
As soon as anyone moves, time continues. Hmm.
Time stops for you, but nobody else. So you
And it
just
is
kind
my-
of stay still.
It is my turn, right?
Yes.
Alright. What to do with this? Because, like, I can disarm things, but I'm not amazing at it. What do I got on me? It's not like I can even get there very well. There's got to be something I can do with this. Ah, Anir, I love the gift, but like, perhaps Raku would have made better use of it. Hey Dova, I have a question.
What's up?
How well can I manipulate Tensor's floating disk?
Hmm.
Long story short, I don't know if there's a limit to how high it can hover above the ground, but would I be able to use it as a platform underneath the ship, is what I'm wondering.
Well, it's possible that it works entirely differently while time is stopped. You're not an expert with this, but it's worth a try in this situation, maybe.
Never mind. It'll take 10 minutes to cast Tensor's floating disk, so I don't have it prepared.
Oh.
That's okay, I have a backup plan.
There you go.
First, however, I need to know how long I'm going to be able to stop time for. Which bomb is Rock at?
The one precisely in the center, right below the middle mast.
Okay.
There's one at C2-ish, one at C3, and then one at C8.
Okay, about those areas. Let's... Okay. Am I able to cast spells while time is stopped? It's
Yes.
as long as they don't hurt anything, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to use the crystal.
All right.
Now, Anita said that it's for how well it works is determined by how well I can use a tuner, right?
Yes. So, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
That's better.
Hmm.
Now, would you all
Come on.
like me to also roll performance?
Sure.
Because I figure that's part of the tuner.
Yes.
I'm not super great at it, but that's the best you're gonna get out of it. I'll let my Arcana support it, because that's for my specialty.
Which is
line.
good. You will have 4 rounds.
I wonder if it's gonna be enough. It's really not at all. Alright, well, I'll do what I can. I'm guessing if I were to disarm a bomb, it would take it would take an action, right?
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna haste myself.
Okay.
That will be one of my actions. And then okay. I'm gonna use my benign transposition to get underneath the ship.
Okay.
And at the same time, I'm gonna do the trick that I practiced a while ago, where I get out the immovable rod with the hammock attached to it.
And you sit in it?
Yes. Underneath where the bomb is, within reach.
You would be able to do that as you are now comfortably in a hammock. I believe that's
Sweet.
one of your turns gone.
Yes, that is one of my turns. Alright,
Alright, so I have
now
3
I'm going to
left.
use the action given to me by haste to disarm the bomb. I'm guessing it's not going to require a ton of effort because time has stopped and I don't have to worry about exploding in my face.
Do you have proficiency in Tinker's tools or Thieves' tools?
Thieves' tools, yes.
Alright, go ahead, give me a Thieves' tools check.
Where the hell did you get that?
I am an urchin.
Oh. Alright.
I guess
Carry on.
I guess I never got to put a thing in there, so I'll just roll with dexterity plus modifier. Do I get advantage for it being time being stopped?
Well, you've never disarmed a bomb before, so I would say
15. Okay, I'll keep that 15.
with time stopped, you think you managed to get everything disconnected before any sort of fuse is lit. So as far as you know, the one in the center is disarmed.
Okay. Now, second action during this turn, I'm going to. How far away is another one?
1, 2, 3, 4. One to your north is about 50 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
The one to your south is 80 feet.
Dang. Okay. Well, dimension door then. To I guess the north one first.
Alright.
And then this will be turn 3. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to disarm it.
Okay.
This haste was really what I needed, because I actually needed like twice that number of turns.
With this one, you realize you may have missed up the middle one, but this one you got. This one you definitely have disarmed the correct way. But the middle one,
Okay.
you think you might have messed up.
Alright, so it's 3. Action economy, come on, I got this. You know what? I'll dimension door to the furthest one, to the north one first.
Alright.
Because maybe if I messed up a little, then, you know, it might not be as bad. That's another dimension door. Alright, rolling again.
Make sure you're marking off all of these spell slots.
I am.
Alright.
I don't know if I should keep. I mean, if 20 is the DC, then I'm just SOL. But 15 is obviously not the DC. Can I use my knowledge of the previous 2 bombs to help hopefully make this easier? Lower the DC a bit?
was it just enough?
Okay.
As you are pretty sure you've got the rear one diffused correctly. It's hard to judge exactly what your actions are doing since the timers aren't actually ticking.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of guesswork is going into it.
Now, I have one action left, because that was 5. I believe. Do you remember, Dova?
Yes.
Okay, so that I have one more left then?
Believe so. And remember, you still have to get back on the ship.
I know, but I can do that while falling, it's fine. Now, so the middle bomb is 80 feet away?
Yes, from you. Because you are down here.
Got it. Got it. Hmm. This is there's gotta be something I can do. Kobold has to save the day. I can't cast banishment on things, can I?
You cannot.
No, it is only creatures. Dang, I should have cast animate objects and then banish. Okay, well, how about this? I don't have a ton of options. If it's a fire-based thing, then I'm going to cast frostbite on the mechanism to hopefully prevent any flame from igniting.
Which one?
In the one in the middle.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
frostbite the mechanism to maybe prevent a flame from happening. That's all I got.
it's not within range, though.
Oh, dang it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna Misty Step. That's a bonus action.
All right, where to?
Just like close enough to the bomb till you cast frostbite.
Okay. Has to make a Constitution save. What's your spell save DC?
14.
It's the Constitution of an inanimate object.
I believe it's 10. Usually inanimate objects things are 10, unless it's like, or I guess Constitution is really the only thing. You know what? I don't know. Usually it's 10.
All right.
Okay.
As you fire a stream of cold towards the fuse, like constructs, you see a thick layer of frost gather on it, but you're unsure of exactly what that did, since you're really not seeing any sort of effects yet.
I'm doing whatever I can.
Hmm. I believe that is it.
Yep, that's all my actions.
And where is your immovable rod?
I am still sitting in it.
All right.
Like I bring it with me each time. That's the whole point.
I'm just wondering because as time begins to resume, you realize that you are directly in the path of the rudder. As the ship continues forwards, while you are, as rods of holding, are bound to the gravitational
Rods
mass
of
below them,
holding.
or immovable rods. What did I say? Rod of holding.
Rod of holding.
Well, it holds position.
It's holding something.
It's holding its position.
Rod of kobolding.
Exactly.
Kobolding. Now, what were you
With-
saying? Making up some
in
weird
the in the sort of interference between the time stop and your own hasting magic. Your haste ends when the time stop does,
rules. Okay.
and so you are now stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
I believe is it 1 round?
I believe I think it's you can't take any actions during a round. I can check though.
When the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until the end of its next turn. Okay. As the combined sort of stress from returning to the time stream as well as the haste, you basically collapse into the hammock, swinging slowly in the breeze.
Panting and exhaustion.
Exactly. And as you hear a very loud creaking and cracking noise just above you, you are very narrowly spared from the rudder as it is broken over the
Immovable rod.
immovable rod.
Just this,
Yes.
this metal floating stick just.
Exactly, as you basically tear the rudder off. You are very slightly sort of bonked by it.
I'm too tired to
but-
care.
Yes, you're just kind of swung from the force.
Oh, look,
As for
Rock
the-
Rock didn't do damage to it.
As for the bombs, uh,
They're all still working perfectly fine.
doesn't seem that did anything. But no, the bomb at the fore and the stern, the ticking seems to stop, and none of you are really sure why. Rock, you see. Actually, you wouldn't see this at all, but in an instant, the fuse in front of you has been tinkered with in some way and is now covered in a thin layer of frost. And you have no idea what happened.
I shake my head.
Dang automatic ice bombs.
Exactly. It's now all the wyverns' turns. Thankfully, they don't seem to notice that the bombs have been defused. As they're going to spend 1 more. Yeah, they're gonna keep swiping at you all. 2 towards you, Riku.
All right.
1, 2, and the 3 that you hit with the lightning bolt are all going to swoop down at you, Eric's. While one of them is going to go for you, Infel.
Oh, I get an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
All right. Which ones attacked me?
That would be number 18 and 19.
18 and 19.
We got 2 hits and 1 crit. Crit miss, that is.
Oh,
crit
okay.
okay.
You did that on purpose, asshole.
I totally did.
There's 2 crits. 3 seconds later. I mean, misses.
Crit misses.
So 2 hits and 1 crit fail?
Yes. Oh, that's a heavy hit. Oh, also, I'm sorry for this.
No, you're not.
That's true. That's poison. That's what I told you.
What kind of attack is it?
Piercing?
Melee.
Oh, why couldn't it have been a magic one?
You want it to be magic?
For the crit fail, yes.
Crit fail.
Oh.
Yeah, make it magic, please. Do it. I dare you.
I don't think there's
Doesn't-
any possible way I could make it magic.
You're the
Doesn't-
DM, you can do
doesn't
whatever you
benefit- it
want.
Fine.
doesn't
You know
benefit
what?
Dove anymore.
The that one that you shot at earlier with that small sort of magical trinket that caused your magic to backfire. It seems that that same trinket backfires as it passes through like your magical aura.
So the
Got
one
it.
with the one crit fail does fire then, right?
I suppose it would.
Awesome. How'd that get there? If this attack deals cold, fire, force, lightning, or thunder damage, an elemental, chosen by the DM, appears within
Christ.
60 feet of you. It is hostile towards you and your allies.
There's too many things on this tracker.
It's okay. My elemental's gone because I used haste.
Oh, that makes things a little bit easier. How about an air elemental?
Against them.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
another.
I thought it'd be a fire elemental.
That's true.
It's up to the DM. DM chooses.
It would be a fire elemental.
So do I get attacks of opportunity then? Well, one.
Yes, you would get one.
And against which one?
Number 10, 20, and 1.
Is there any chance at any point during that they were in a line?
A very loose line.
So if
You
I
have the
use
Warcaster
lightning bolt, yes, I do.
You can.
It's the
certainly
only
try.
way I've been able to do firebolt, anyways. All right, lightning bolt on all three.
Make that one.
It'll automatically do half, or it should.
Okay. And you would only hit 2 of them then.
Oh,
As the third one is just too far off of the line of fire.
I'll take what I can get.
It is a lot of damage.
Wait,
That's a lot of damage.
I thought attack of opportunity spells have to be single target.
Oh, do they?
You have to read the Warcaster feat.
One sec. You can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack. Yeah. It can only target one. Oh, it must target only that creature.
Yeah.
It's up to
So-
Dova whether that includes... I mean, I target the creature. It just happens
I'd
to,
say
you know,
you
go
would
through
be
the
able-
creature.
I'd say you'd be able to just target 1.
Alright, in that
and we'll
case
go
I'll
with
use it.
Wyvern 20.
Undo that, because I'd do a different spell then.
Okay.
It's a lot of damage, but, you know, that's a spell slot that I could use for something else. Instead, I will do this. Let me know when you are ready.
Good to go.
Perfect. Uh-oh.
Alright, that is going to miss.
Damn. Well, that was
You
worth a
wanted
shot.
something else. There you go. I would have been fine with you hitting 1 person. Anyways. Uh-oh. Okay. It's frozen for a little bit there. You want to have 2 towards you, Raku? Did you roll to attack on them?
No, not yet. I was waiting for you to do their initial attacks.
26 to hit.
I would assume so because I'm 18, but I'm behind cover. I don't know how much cover.
Okay. Then this one would hit. The second one would not.
Okay.
As one of the wyverns flies by, it jabs its stinger through one of the holes in the railing next to you. It's a rather small hole, and it's a masterful strike.
All right, that did.
A devastating
Ooh.
blow.
Very nice save. As he had a crit on the saving throw for the poison.
I did.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So it did 11 points of damage.
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be 6 instead.
All right. Infel, I believe I said you were going to have 2 attacking you.
Let me do my attack of opportunity.
Yes.
All right, you said that was 18 and 19, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna try to fuck their day up, but that is disadvantage, unfortunately.
That is going to miss, unfortunately.
All right.
As
Carry on.
the bright blue magic arcs off into the darkness. With almost like a thunderclap.
Okay.
2 on you, Infel. That is a 20 to hit. That does not hit. I see how this is now. That misses as well. Rock.
Yeah.
You're gonna have 6 coming after you.
Oh, beautiful.
And Cobalt 1 is going to make a passing sort of swipe at you. But it's 16, 13, 14, 21, and 15, as well as... Oh, no.
Were they flying past me or like stopping next to me to attack?
Flying past you. They were on the opposite side before.
Ah, great. I must swipe one of them too.
Go ahead and roll to attack. 20 and 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, 20 and 1.
I'm gonna hit 20.
Go ahead and roll to attack. That hits.
Alright, this attack and then an extra d4 because of improved smite. Nice.
Very nice.
And 11.
That's pretty good. They don't seem too happy that you're down there, Rock, as they are going to fight all out now. So actually, it's not that bad. You only have 5 coming after you, but they are going to make 10 attacks.
Bring it on.
One of these is going to hit.
Law of probability.
Come on.
Is that a hopeful statement or a definite one?
That's a hopeful statement. Here's 4. What about a 22?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, because that's a 1 so far. We got 4 more. And there's a crit.
Oh, crits are normal for me.
So that's 3 hits.
So no card?
Nope.
All right, 3 hits. Hope you're ready for those concentration checks.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll be 2 claws and a sting.
Ooh.
All right, and here's the Constitution check for poison. That is a pass. Does it do half for? Oh, it does do half, but you're not poisoned. All right. How you feeling?
I feel fantastic, Dova. Thank
Feeling
you for
great.
asking.
How
Feeling
about
great.
those concentration checks now? So, so I'll need 4
Are they saves or checks?
saves.
What's the DC on them?
You'll need to give me the first 3 above 10. No, you'll need to give me 2 above 10. All right. And then you'll need to give me 1 above 11, and then the last one above 13. Oh no.
I can re-roll that last one.
Do it.
Ooh.
Oh, thank
As
God.
using an inner sort of bit of strength, you manage to hang on just barely. One of them is going to try to sting you, Kobold, as it just sort of leisurely flies past.
I think that's the first time Indomitable actually worked for me.
And it probably saved your life.
Yeah.
Is a 25 hit?
No, maybe. Wow, that
Right.
wasn't a lot.
This might be though.
Oh, I see.
Hey, that's a pass.
I was like, whoa. D20 for damage?
But you take 13 points of poison damage, and you are not poisoned.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. As your blanket seems to prevent it from getting a solid hit, it instead sort of scratches against you, and only a little bit of the poison gets in. However, you're too conked out to
Tired.
really notice much. Also, Rock,
Yeah.
you hear a very labored and grinding clicking noise from the bomb in front of you.
Oh, son of a.
It's Kale's turn. Oh, hold on. Let me do that fire damage. That's never actually happened. Ooh, that's 8. That's a lot.
Woohoo!
As the goblin on it is basically just yelping and screeching as it is immolated by flames and trying to put it out by flying faster.
Which would actually just
Alright.
make it worse.
Entirely possible. But yes, it is Kale's turn. Kale the Smoldering.
Is Wyvern 25 still alive? Looks like it.
Yes.
Well, Elikale's gonna go into the space with Wyvern 25. And yeah. So it will take that. And then it is on fire.
Again.
No, the other,
that's
a different one.
that's on fire.
Yeah. Then he will actually attack it.
That's gonna hit.
Oh, cool. For max and minimum.
All right. So average.
And it's on fire.
Yeah. There is that.
Alright, that's it. Oh, wait, nope.
Alright. Oh.
He makes 2 attacks.
Okay.
Okay, now he's done.
All right. Infel, it's your turn.
Okay.
As the rider in front of you is now on fire.
Guess I'll smack him.
All right.
25. And I don't know Rock's in a lot of trouble, so I couldn't help him. But if I did, I'd be very worried.
That's fine.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's just a flesh wound.
Hmm.
Tis but a scratch.
That quote came from a guy who lost all his limbs.
Yeah, his idol.
He's fine.
He's fine.
This is but a flesh wound.
Have at you.
I have to go to
Plus-
7-Eleven and get some Oreos.
Oh
after
wait,
this.
you know, I forgot. I have double attack.
Oh, thank God. Paladins are always forgetting that. It's not just you, trust me.
It's all because
Right.
paladins are just so awesome that they don't think they need a second one.
Exactly.
Yeah, except we do, because these things are apparently pretty tanky. They're pretty chunky.
I'm pretty sure
Unless
Dova's
I could
upping
aim
there.
for the goblin specifically.
They
That's just
chomp you.
because 2 targets.
Well, if you kill the wyvern, then you pretty much you killed the goblin.
All right. I
Anyway,
forgot. One of the wyverns actually dives downwards in search for its pilot.
oh.
The one who you knocked off.
Well, anyway, those were my attacks.
All right.
Be sure to add that extra, because it doesn't really go on right away.
I got you.
Got you.
We got you. How you feeling, Eric's?
How are you feeling, Eric?
How are you feeling?
Real life or in game?
In game, that's a lot of HP you're missing.
Yeah,
Actually,
you know, I
take
sort of
that
came
back.
over here to try to protect you, but I'm not doing a very good job, it seems.
I
Physician
take
heal
that back.
yourself.
It's about the same real life and in game.
Yeah, but the only difference is in real life you can't cast heal.
I know.
Physician heal thyself.
Anyways, why you ask?
I just noticed your HP was very low. Anyways, is that your turn, Info?
Yeah. Strike twice. I'll probably try to bang on my shield again to try and get them to come at me, fools.
All right.
Rockwork's not doing too terribly well either. I don't think he notices though.
You can go ahead and give me an intimidation check if you want.
Alright.
Can't tell the difference
Somehow
between
that'll
my blood.
pull every one of them over here. I hope.
All right.
Don't worry, Rockrock. I heard what you said.
Better save my lucky points for when it actually matters.
Well, all right then. In fact, in trying to sort of look as a very enticing target, it's entirely possible that you may have made everyone around you a less enticing target.
Great.
All right. Rock, it's your turn. How are you? Rock, if you're trying to talk, you're muted.
Sorry, I was contemplating if this was my blood or not still.
Ah.
It seems to be coming from inside my armor, so.
Yeah, probably yours.
You said, okay, so there's 3 bombs and there's one in front of me that's making a ticking noise.
Yeah, yes, a very labored and grinding ticking noise.
Okay, so as my first thing I'm gonna do is, as my bonus action is, cast second wind.
Do second wind.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Accidentally casts second wound and dies.
Cast second wand and get another wand.
Okay.
Your health doesn't change.
Ooh, wow. That's a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm. Almost max of what I. But.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm at 70? Yeah, 70. Okay, doing slightly better. Okay, so I'm going to I'm gonna cut this bomb off with my
All right.
claws by using primal savagery because it does acid damage.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, acid doesn't cause a spark, so it's probably relatively safe. A lot safer than a lot of other options.
I have never been not sure in my life. But like Rock, I go with my gut feeling, so I'm gonna do that. Do the thing I did.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check to see if you can avoid touching anything sensitive.
Okay, give me 1 second. I don't like that. That's either a good or a bad.
As you start to rip into the wood beneath the where the bombs are attached, there's a rather intense gust of wind as you're caught at exactly the wrong moment, pulling upwards in an awkward angle, slicing through the wood, making good progress as you're sort of jostled to the side. Your rather heavy and kind of pointy armor bumping into the barrel as well as the timing mechanism.
Aerodynamic rock is not.
Yes. As as there's a brief moment of quiet as you kind of look over and you don't see anything, but you hear a very foreboding series of clunks.
Rock's not smart, but he's wise enough to go, oh shit. He'll just keep cutting.
All right. Well, see, technically, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, remember, I was on message with him to help him out.
I don't think you can help with him using acid claws.
Oh, okay, never mind. I just saw it. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
kind of spacing out.
Let me look at. Give me one sec. Okay, so one barrel. That does
Two
So,
barrel.
5.
Two barrel.
so about 30 d6, give or take. How do you feel about those odds, Rock?
30.
Because I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so let me get this right. 30d6 of exploding damage if I fail this saving throw.
Well, you get half of it if you succeed.
Oh, thanks, buddy. You're so kind. Ugh.
I imagine Rockrock plummeting to the ground, but like he doesn't actually take any fall damage. There's just a huge crater.
All right. Let's see if I can actually get all these counted out.
15d6.
Well, still 30d6, just in half.
That's 15 is making me feel better, not 30.
That's a lot of fucking dice.
Whatever.
I missed it. I missed the cavalcade of dice, and I'm glad I did.
Well, I think you're still alive.
Oh, awesome.
You
Thinking
would-
is
God damn it, Rock, you blew up the bomb.
Rock is dense. He is very sturdy.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, well, the ship probably isn't in great condition.
Rock is harder than the ship, apparently.
I believe at some point, Eric, you said stop blowing holes in my ship.
Well,
I don't know how to tell you
Anir, save the ship,
I'm not gonna
please.
tell you
this.
that.
As
Stop-
you
Tried
do-
this
Stop
time
begging
stop
the
crystal
viewers.
already.
that's before it's halved, of course. So you take 52 points of damage, which puts you well into the negative. So yeah, you are thoroughly unconscious. As
Alive.
Went down.
I'd like to make a suggestion.
Look,
Rock
here come
gets
here come the
blown
ethereal
into the
influences.
ship.
Anyone else hear it?
What?
I did, I heard that.
I said, here come the ethereal influences.
Anir, I'll just
He's
copy
upside
paste.
down on a ship, miles above the sky. Yeah, it's the way Rock could go out. Become a torpedo of doom and take out a town.
A small village.
Actually, if he had resistance, that would technically let him survive.
Wait, what's the weather like, Dova?
Clear?
Damn.
Why?
Armor.
All right. But you
Does-
do.
Wait, does my own blood count?
We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that ethereal influence, and for the moment, for this one brief time, say that your blood counts as water for this suit.
That works.
Okay,
And everyone else's blood, because remember, he couldn't remember if it was his or someone else's.
that's true. But just this time, as you now survive with 1 HP.
Wait, like seriously? That wasn't some DM
So
shenanigans.
he started out
that
at. He started out at Yes. So it would take 28 damage. So we'll just simplify it and say he's alive. We'll be nice and give him 10.
He gives the tails thumbs up.
Smoldering, of course.
Of
As
course.
as
Just
you are
mi-
barely clinging on with your spider climb ability, as there is now in one of the more violent things you've ever experienced, Rock. Like there's getting, punched in the face. That's pretty violent, I guess. But nothing could have prepared you for just the pure force and energy surrounding you, just the pure violence of it all as the bomb explodes.
Rock has been chewed, he's been punched, he's been digested, he's never been exploded before.
But
This
now
is
he
a new-
said, now he can say he can't. Now he can say he has.
As the ship lurches, a cacophony of shredded wood and timber from below. As Eric's, from your viewpoint, you actually see the ship bend downwards for a brief moment, as the spine is barely intact.
Kobold,
Reaction
you're
to
gonna have
save
a lot
it.
of mending to do.
I don't know how, but reaction to save it.
You gotta get down there, my man.
The smoke is Rock's face. You just know.
Your face is just completely covered in soot, and as you blink, there's just 2 dots of white.
From underneath the ship, he can hear very, very quiet. I told you to stop blowing holes in my ship.
Riku, it's your turn.
I knew you were gonna do that to the ship one of these days, you bastard!
I
Alright,
just got it fixed.
Seems like the only thing to do is try to take out these freaking wyverns.
All right.
Let me see. Jeez, I can't get. Ugh. I can't get advantage, so that sucks. Alright, I will. Let's see here. Where is my buddy? 24 looks dead. Yep. Alright, Wyvern 13, I'm gonna shoot at.
Alright, go ahead and roll to attack.
Shot here. That. What the hell? Why did I roll that? That's incorrect. Sorry, it accidentally rolled damage.
No problem.
Alright, that also works.
That's a crit.
Crit!
Crit deck.
Crit deck!
Another roll to clear it.
Hey, can I use my advantage to make this a sneak attack?
No. Wait, do you have advantage on this roll?
No.
Oh, well then.
You dingus, I'm asking to clear the goddamn crit.
Sorry. No, what was it? My,
You have to roll an actual attack.
Do I?
Yeah.
Who put sad Eric's on the stream?
The only one that can. And that's his expression right now. Over my ship.
Yeah, but you didn't make it rock proof. That's your fault.
That was where you went wrong.
There is no making it rock proof.
Well,
That is an impossible endeavor.
There's only
And
two
you-
things that can hurt Rock himself and
And fire.
explosions.
And fire.
fire.
Not
oh my God, fire
explosions.
got rock again.
No,
Oh my
he is resistant to explosions. It's just
Alright.
fire.
Crit deck.
Now. Alright. This is piercing.
Yeah.
Poke in the belly. Quadruple damage.
Wow.
All right. I'll,
Very nice.
Yeah. All right.
Which one are you attacking? Number 15?
I thought it was 13. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So 16 times 4.
Yeah, that'll
64.
Yeah. As about a fist-sized hole, as a pretty potent shot
I'm pretty sure the shot
erupts from
actually was a
Charla.
fist.
as it basically goes through both the wyvern's chest and up into the goblin as far as you can see, as they both kind of twitch for a moment, go limp, and then start to fall into the darkness below.
Get wrecked. And then my bonus action on Wyvern 14.
All right, that's gonna hit.
8.
Very nice.
All right. I flip it off and then end my turn.
Eric, it's your turn. You angry? I'll accept if you're angry, because I would be too.
Angry, sad. He's going down with his ship if it goes down.
We're all on the ship. We're all going down with it.
Great fun! Right, Boo?
Well, there's another influence.
Is that it?
I don't know. It sounded different.
I'm pretty
Near.
Oh.
Alright, a temporary fix giving Kobold a time crystal to stick into the tuner and use it to absorb the event of the explosion for, hopefully until you guys can make landfall for repairs proper. I'm not sure I understand that entirely, but
Basically,
Yeah.
he's saying that the explosion never like we can put the explosion event in stasis and for a limited period of time.
so we get
So
down to
that
the
makes
ground and then it explodes instead.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like the damage from the explosion happens later. Like the explosion itself already happened. That's a big
It's a
event.
major.
And Nier, stop spending all your money.
He
The-
just
Like, thank you, but you're gonna get broke, and you know.
I mean, he technically already spent all his money.
How do you know he's not spending more just to do all this?
Because I'm pretty sure I would see notifications for that.
Just whatever. Still,
I mean, I woke up Saturday to $150 in Steam gift cards from him.
and you gotta stop.
Oh goodness.
It was very appreciated, and that's why I was able to get Mordenkainen's Book of Foes and actually picked up Final Fantasy 15 because it was on sale for half off, and yeah.
When money is stronger than a DM.
I think Nova might have been just trying to kill us with this one, though.
I don't know. I have a feeling he would remove the airship from the situation, but like at least temporarily.
He did. The bombs.
Airship's still flying.
And almost rock.
The airship is still flying,
Like it's okay as long
Well,
as it
he's
doesn't take too much more damage.
limping. Oh, jeez.
These major influences.
You know, I think that that should be okay. Yeah, except that one.
Maybe a change where it puts it into stasis, and
Yes,
it won't actually plummet until after we can get the repairs done to keep it flying.
It's still flying, guys.
not plummeting. The part that's keeping it aloft is not broken.
So it's fine until we can make repairs right now.
Yes.
Yes, it's not. It's not falling or anything. It is in danger if it continues to take excess damage. However, if we can end this fight fast enough, then that won't happen, and we will be fine.
In that case, I think I'll refund it to Anir.
Okay.
Tell Anir to use it again if we need it.
Yeah, save it for if we need it. Because I
But
think
not,
we all
like-
thought the airship was plummeting here.
I didn't, because Douglas
Well.
said it wasn't.
At least Anir and I did. Anyways, refunding that. And Dova. My turn.
Eric's, it's your turn.
I'm gonna start making my way below decks to assess the damage.
All right.
I am going to throw a heal on myself.
All right.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm kind of hurting a bit. And that also should heal the poison that I think I got. Anyways, yeah, I'm making my way below deck as quickly as I possibly can. Kind of just casting the heal on the way.
All right. Cobalt, it is going to be your turn.
Do I get a turn?
I'd say you get a bonus action.
How far
Since
away?
it
is
will
the ship right
actually, yeah, you would not get your main action, but you will get a bonus action considering you weren't hasted that whole time.
now? How
You-
far is the ship from me right now? Is it still flying
Um,
over me?
Yes. The rudder would have just passed you by now.
All right. Is it within 30 feet of me?
Barely.
Now, is it just the cliff face that like the side of the boat that I can see?
Within 30 feet, you wouldn't be able to get on top of the deck. However, you'd be able to get basically right up next to the railing.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll do that. I'll Misty step over and grab the railing, and also grab my rod, of course.
Okay.
No
I'd
distance.
say that you'd be able to hang on just fine.
I can
Especially
stick the rod
if you
through the
dig your
railing and hold
claws in.
onto it, and just not press the button.
Yeah. Alright, as you are now hanging on to the side of the ship. You would still have your movement if you want to try to get up there.
I will try to flop up onto the deck.
Alright, give me an athletics check, please.
Can I make athletics checks when slugged like this? No, wait. I thought I didn't get any movement when I was sluggish.
Oh, that is true. You don't have movement.
Okay, I'll just hang on then.
All right. As you slowly start to get back into the swing of things. Oops.
I could say that I'll be perfectly back to normal by my next turn. Miraculously.
Yeah. The fire elemental is going to just touch everything. Especially the wyverns. He's gonna miss, actually.
Bad
He's
touch.
gonna miss again. My god!
He's not
You
going to
rolled-
touch anything, actually.
He rolled 2 2s in a row. However, you can just kind of get close and set them on fire.
With.
Give me
oh,
hug.
God dang it.
It's Cuddles.
As another wyvern is set on fire. The wyverns, as well as their goblin riders, seeing that things are not going too well, I gotta make a hard choice. Get in the fuck. Okay. And they're going to bravely run away.
You got it.
Yeah, as a lot of them are on fire now. Singed, some of them have arrows sticking out of them.
Just talking to each other, like calmly on fire. This is not happening in our
happening.
favor.
Out of spite, one of the wyverns is actually gonna try to get one more hit on you, Rock, as it passes by. If you want to do an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you bet I do.
Are you
Alright,
gonna just huck your axe at it as your attack of opportunity?
What? Well, I'll just roll attack.
There it is.
Very nice. It rolled a 25. Oh no.
Oh.
Although you technically have that resistance because of the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So if it rolls any more than 20 damage. Actually no, any more than 18 damage. So how you feeling?
Can you make the
Cracking my
con
knuckles.
save?
Let's
Was
do
it a
this.
swipe or a poison sting?
I don't know what that noise was. I don't like it.
Right, boo?
There's more influence.
That was 18 damage, my man.
Exactly. Of course.
But it needs
Two
20
health.
if he's resistant.
Exactly.
He has 2 health.
They actually needed 19 damage.
Yeah. Just.
So he has
You
1
have
health.
1 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Riseroth is wanting to give everyone a long rest and let them feel great.
Jesus Christ.
No. We're okay.
Well, I can give
Well,
them a long
actually,
rest
maybe.
in just a moment here.
Yeah, the fight. I'm pretty sure the fight's over.
Yes. All of you with ranged weapons, you will get 1 attack, in addition to any opportunity attacks. So Infel and Kale will get 1 on the number 25. As they bravely run away.
Rock's living up to his name.
Do we get
By
to
the way-
use our double attacks?
I mean, if you want to
No.
give something a little more permanent, by all means, I wouldn't object.
Do I get a skeet shot on any one of these guys?
Which one do you want to attack?
Actually, you said they're running away.
Yes.
I'm
Which
not
one
gonna bother
you
with them.
attacked? Number 1.
Yep,
No.
1.
Well,
Hey Dova,
Oh wow, that's in that one. What's up?
I'm gonna try to banish one of the wyverns.
you know,
you
I
are
have
still
lucky
hanging.
points I've
Does
been
banishment
saving.
require any somatic components?
Let
I
me
thought he was
check.
in a hammock.
Yeah, it does require somatic components. I always thought of it as just a point though, but I won't do it.
As all of you just let out this continuous volley of withering fire as they retreat into the darkness. Oh, and by the way, the wyvern that you slashed at, Rock,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a screech from the wyvern as you actually tear one of its wings off as it passes by,
He roars.
leaving you barely awake as it plummets into the darkness, obviously doomed.
I re-rolled my 1, and I got some 11 damage off on mine.
Okay, I'll join the fun.
You're not using ammo anyway.
That will hit.
Alright, let's see what this does. Alright,
Very
max
nice.
damage.
Do you want the card for infel?
No, I used the lucky.
Okay.
The fire elemental's gonna follow.
Well,
Actually,
yeah.
what's the speed does he have?
50.
Is he my? Okay. The wyverns have a fly speed of 80.
Well, that's
Fucking
lame.
hilarious that the fire elemental could follow him back.
Hey, Dova.
What's up?
And I'm gonna do something for fun. It's not actually going to affect anything.
Okay.
Wait, never mind. I can't. The spell doesn't work that way. Continue.
Alright, good talk.
Indeed.
Continuing on. Yeah. Raku, especially you, just lay into them as they run away. And with that, this encounter ends with a platoon of wyverns running for the hills. During the combat, during all the chaos, Eric's. Oh no, you're actually below decks. Infel, you notice that one of the wyverns, possibly their riders, has dropped looks to be a fancy golden necklace.
Pick that up.
Let me get an item for that.
What do I find?
You find a little bit of peace knowing that they are gone, but you also are worried because of the explosion almost directly below your feet.
Well, I was fucking annihilating them. Why don't I get any loot?
Oh no.
Jesus
Kobold, I will throw you off this ship.
I will come back.
That's exactly why I will have no issue throwing you off, because I know you'll come back. That'll give me peace,
Better
is
stuff,
just
bud.
chucking you off the ship.
Hey, Dova.
Yeah.
Did most important question ever? Did Rock get new scars from that explosion?
A lot.
Oh my God, yes.
Shrapnel. There's basically pockmarks, bits of splinters that are actually still sticking out of your face.
Oh, he looks badass.
Burn marks.
Marks.
Well, holy crap!
Like you
there's
look
a lot
like
of burn marks.
Two-Face. Okay, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that.
Noticeable that he tanked an explosion.
Yes. As you shamble back up. Actually, no. Eric's. As you clamber below decks, the kobolds who are now who are now working overtime to try to patch the hole and sort of restore any structural capacity.
Kobold, mending.
You start to see the extent of the damage, and you see that the cargo hold just prior to the mansion is a gaping hole about 20 to 25 feet in either direction. You see that square on C20?
Yeah.
Pretty much that entire square is a jagged, empty space. And as you're sort of just kind of evaluating the situation, Rock claws his way up, looking like he is been through a meat grinder.
That was awesome. Gives you a tails thumbs up.
Okay, I do recognize him.
Yes, you would, right? The armor, while scorched, singed, is unique. And you don't remember hiring any kobolds who look like him.
There's
Well,
not many kobolds.
at this
like
point,
Not
it's
hiring.
possible that he would have felt he would have looked a bit more like a goblin.
Are both your ears there, or are both your horns there?
he feels his own. Well, one horn.
Yeah, the other one was already broken off.
Rock, you panic. One of your horns is missing.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, no. You were already missing that.
Rock, where are your ears?
I have
Are
ears.
your ears still on?
I don't have ears.
Do you say anything to Rock, Eric's?
Eric's is more preoccupied with the damage to his ship. He slightly takes note of Rock, but for the most part, he's just kind of like more stunned at the damage.
He looks at him for a second. He was like, "Oh, Rock," and then continues on with the damage.
Biggest
Basically.
shit-eating grin ever.
He slumps to his knees a bit.
I stagger past him and pat him on his head.
Cough up some soot.
It's like spit up a little bit of blood and some of the iron from the bindings on the barrels.
Hmm.
A cog falls out of his mouth.
Piece of flesh.
All
It's
right.
probably his.
So, what are you guys doing now?
Oh,
As the airship limps through the air.
Dweezil says that Zell is very concerned for Rock.
Rock, you hear you feel kind of a slight tapping on your hand. As you turn around, you see Zell there. And he's moving his mouth, but you just realize you can't hear shit.
Oh no, it's tinnitus.
It's not tonight, this is straight hearing loss right now.
I just give him the warmest smile and pat him on the head. Just every day for Rock.
Zell is going to follow you around and periodically pour some healing energy into you, gradually bringing you back up to max health, though he's not able to fix your ears.
It's fine.
Oh, wait, when you said fix your ears, I thought like he wasn't able to grow your ears back.
Wait, never had ears.
Yeah,
That's the point.
just holes.
Yeah. He's going meep, meep.
Pop, pop.
To Archer.
Yeah.
Well,
No, he's patting Sora and just kind of going on.
What happened? Oh,
That was the sound of bits. Thank you, Lazy Danger Cato, for the 100 bits.
Danger cat.
Danger Cato.
Oh,
It's French.
it's like a leopard.
His cat is to Cato. And Dova, does that mean bird is to Birdo?
I don't know.
Are
I
you
don't
just
know.
Birdo all the time.
That math seems right. Again, I have hearing loss and a possible concussion right now, so don't take my word for it.
Anyways, I think that's a good point to stop.
I believe that is. As you actually, oh yeah, that is a good spot. As
we haven't done
you,
the level up yet.
Yeah,
It's the
we
last
haven't-
time you
we
guys
haven't
leveled
gained our
up.
levels.
That wasn't too long ago, guys.
Josh,
you're not leveling up yet. I see what you're doing to me.
when was the last time? When was the last time that Sully leveled up, huh?
It's
I mean, I still haven't updated our character cards
He
from that
got all
last
the
time.
experience from the usurper. You have no idea how
More
powerful he
bits?
is right now.
Exactly.
You hear that?
He,
hear
you
that,
know,
Eric?
he actually got the kill on the like on that big heart thing.
Did he Gandalf us?
I mean, he has the XP from that, so.
If he comes with new epic armor, I'm
He
gonna be pissed.
he Gandalf. He got 2 levels by abandoning the party. at the last
Exactly. He got the last strike.
second. he made
Kill
everyone
stolen.
leave the area so they wouldn't get any XP.
Exactly.
Anyways,
He comes back as Sully the White.
You, as you limp the airship into a small clearing, there's a. Actually, no, you wouldn't bring it in all the way. That's pretty dumb. As you bring it in within about 10 feet from the ground. In a small clearing with a thick jungle on either side. The clearing itself is thick ferns and tall grasses.
There's more bit donations, and apparently Buizos has an influence.
Oh, Jesus.
yes, he does.
It's a minor one. It's a minor one, Dova.
Also,
Zell will
Intel-
have
Oh, sorry.
Zell will have Infel tuck Rock under his arm and brings him home to a sort of infirmary, and gives Infel a bit of lesson on medicine and takes care of Rock.
Yay!
All right.
I guess.
As
Explaining how an
as
explosion.
Rock will gradually get his hearing back over the next few days. But yeah, that's it. Again, I guess we can deal with the full repercussions of that next session. Also, Infel, I want to talk to you.
Okay.
Something.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. I hope you all
Yes.
had a fun time. It was interesting for me. Stop blowing holes in my ship, Dova. I will
Hey.
HMO1 you.
It wasn't Dova, it was Rock, and Rock can't
Exactly.
make no guarantees.
Blame those goblins. Also, what do you feel about termites?
No!
What do you feel about termites that can fly?
Ooh.
Anyways, thank you all so much for joining. Do stick around. I'm going to be switching over to Monster Hunter World in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Hey, can I give you
And-
some pointers on that?
Absolutely, you can stay in chat and do so.
Sweet. 'Cause I am very high level. in
You
that
can
game.
even come join me.
Do you play on PC? I cannot.
Yes. Oh.
I'm
Well,
sorry, brother,
anyways.
for where you're going. I cannot go.
Thank you all for
You're going
joining.
down a path I cannot follow.
Thanks for joining, and I bid you all adieu. I'll be back shortly.
Bye-bye! Oh.
Bye.
That was just terrible. Just terrible.